What's good? What's good? What's good, people? We back with another one, man. Listen, man, it's been a good week for gaming. This been a absolutely fantastic week for gaming. I already see people in the chat, man. I'm sorry we started a little late. We are changing the program that we are using to stream everybody's camera feed. So yeah, be a little bit patient with us, man. We outside with it. Good to see y'all pulling up, man. Please share this out. Get people involved. I see my man Cerebral Paul and Mr. Queen is in the building. Welcome to another episode of Dragons Den, man. Let's get on with the show, man. Let's get this intro popping. We a little late. Legendary. Let's go.
Yeah. It's him. You're now tuned into the dopest. It's him. Wanna wait, drag, and stay in the latest fashion. You think it's a game till we start clashing. War zone where I'm from, bullets like magic. 2K on your head, that's a backseat. I could put a END to all you lanes, whether outside or in the crib. On the game, limit tech with the best system. PlayStation for the staycation, Nintendo Switch for your wisdom. New level, whatever you want, you been on it. It's only one way to support it. Binge on it, never lag. Whip your ass with hella swag. Keep a cigar lit, I'm the victor with the class. You thinking you can toy with limit tech? Well, you boys been how you breaking your joystick. Who been feeding you poison? If you in your fort tonight, tune in to the Brooklyn Night Forecast and 108 Dragons.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, man. What's good with everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Saturday, man. Happy episode 152. You already know what we do outside, man. Listen, I seen your boy. I was outside. I've been partying for some last week on my birthday, man, so I appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. My boys took me out last night. It was an amazing time at the Cigar Lounge. It was crazy last night. Ooh, women was on deck. Ooh, it was crazy out there. But we got a familiar face back in the building. You already know who he is. It's the dude. He's been gone for a long time, man. It's the satanic ring wearer. the eyeline purchaser. Bloody Knuckles has returned. What up, boy? What you been up to, man? How you been? We've missed you.
It is good to be back, brother. It is good to be back. It has been too long. I know many of y'all missed my never-ending rants, and y'all missed this beautiful face over here. But it's been a rough one. I'll say that. I know it's been a couple months since I've been out here. Life happens. Got to do what you got to do to take care of things, but things are finally getting a little bit better. So I'm having a little bit more free time. So y'all gonna see me back. Y'all gonna still see me at some of these events that we got planned, and y'all gonna see me start putting stuff back out when I can. But I tell you what, it's good to be back on. I was like, it sucks that I missed everybody. I was like, of course, the week I come on, everyone's got shit going on and they ain't here. But you know what? It ain't gonna be the first time and it ain't gonna be the last time. It's good to be back though, brother. It's good to be back.
And people, man, help me out in the chat. Tell me how it sounds. Tell me how it looks, man, on your end, because I don't want to be hitting my laptop like, oh, let me test the sound. So just we using a new program. There will be no more windows blowing up because somebody's cutting cameras off. Good riddance. Goddamn Skype. Nah, I'm playing.
Hey, whoa. Calm down there, sir. You was the champion of Skype and what it could do.
So, we do what we can do here, man. And of course, this guy is the legendary OG on the block, man. You see this guy. He looking sharp on camera. He looking clean. His beard is tightened up. The headphones on deck. It's the Battlefield King, Mr. Sir X-Men.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? We're going to go through these topics and talk a little crap and have some fun and harass the people that don't know how to play games, but they talk about playing games. That's about it.
Ooh, damn, vicious.
Hey, man,
What's
that's
good,
like
chat,
half the
man?
internet, though. Let's be 100% real. Or at least half these content creators on these platforms.
Yo, man, I got a
Alleged content creators.
Right. That's why I said. Right there.
Shout out to
I'm
the
just
people that
saying.
support the channel, man. These are all the people that are the members. And telling you, when we get the packs, you're going to see some behind the scenes that most people do not get to see when I'm doing these dev interviews. So we be definitely doing something special, man. Something special for y'all coming up. Or the next 2 trips, definitely. Especially the trip to California. We're going to get some behind the scenes members only. With that being said, man, it's good to have you back, Bloody, man. We've missed you. Let me shout out some people. You're supposed to have KY Bob on. I don't know where he at. He didn't hit me up. And Six Slayer was going to make an infinite return, but my boy is he's coughing up a lung somewhere. So I guess he'll be in the chat.
Maybe.
He gonna be keep that COVID in your crib. We don't want no parts of that. All right, man. Listen,
I'm gonna be nice.
Listen.
I could say something, but I'm not gonna do
no,
it.
this is a you'll just spit out them facts. You know what we do here. Listen, man, we don't got a lot of topics, but we got some great topics. It's been a great week for gaming. I want to start here, man. First of all, let me piss off 100 and show him my shirt.
Ooh.
100 gonna be like, take that goddamn shirt off. Great big gangs pulled up in the chat. What's good?
Hey,
with you,
why
bro?
is he complaining, though? I was like, does he not realize that those games are going to be available through Xbox in the future?
Oh, wow.
I thought that was that game where you gotta try to put the square peg in the round hole. That's what I thought it meant.
Wow.
Hey, bro. I was like, the square goes in the round hole, the triangle goes in the round hole, the X goes in the round hole.
Okay.
Hey, you can fit everything in a round hole if you know what I'm saying.
I don't even know where that's going. So
I knew where it went.
I'm talking about symbols, bro. Where you at?
Man, where you at?
Not in the jungle, goddamn it.
Apparently.
That was one of the IQ tests
Bloody,
back
you've
in
been
the
here
day,
5
bro.
minutes. Don't start now, won't be nothing.
Bro, oh, you know me. That's all I do. And you love
Welcome
me
back.
for it. Let's be
Welcome
100%.
Yeah, I do, but welcome back. Yo, what's good, man? Yo, what's good, man? How you been, Mastermind? How have you been? Yeah, we got some good things to say about PlayStation this week. We do, man, because it was a positive week for PlayStation. At least this topic. Let's get right into it. Sony develops a new studio called Dark and Outlaw. They developed the studio with the co-founder of Treyarch, right? Jason Blundell. Now let me say something for the record. I hope that they're making a single player multiplayer game and not just a game as a service, because Sony is quick to pull the rug from underneath something when they don't feel it's going to get the support, and they're quick to cancel something before we even get a chance to see it. Even things that we wanted, they cancel, which would have been a success. Spider-Man, Twisted Metal to start. But, Bloody, we're going to start with you. Developing this new studio with an ex-co-founder of Treyarch. How do you feel? Somebody about to get raided? One of y'all, they gonna kick your door in. One of y'all.
I know. I was like, hey, yo, man, the cops out here, bro, they be going nonstop, bro. Even if, I straight up, I was like, I heard cops going by at 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, what the hell is this?
And you thought your hood was bad, Lemon.
I know, right?
Yeah, listen, man. The cops came to my house the other day. And rang the bell.
Hey, at least they rang the bell politely and not kicking your door.
Damn. I looked out the window. They said, "You call the cops?" I said, "Nobody call y'all." Not at this house. You say, "You sure?" I see. Listen, have a good night.
Anyway, like you said, ain't no one calling no one here.
Yo, ain't nobody calling the cops here. Yo, listen, y'all laughing in the chat. I'm like, I told my daughter, the cops just came in. She was like, who called the cops?
Right?
I said, they probably had the wrong house.
ain't no one here called no popo.
Yo, listen, they sat on my block for another 40 minutes. I'm peeking out the window like I did something. Anyway, man. Yo, what do you think about this newfound studio? What the direction you think PlayStation should go? And how you feeling about that, Bloody?
Here's the thing, right? Y'all know me. I was like, and just like everyone knows you, we have friends that are in this industry. We don't like to see studios closing. We don't like seeing people lose their jobs. So when there's news about brand new studios, even if it's small indie teams getting made up from other studios that are trying to do it on their own, that's always a great thing. So to see this, I am absolutely happy. I was like, obviously, there's plenty of love for everything that Treyarch has done for the Call of Duty franchise. So to see one of the co-founders come out and start a new studio, it's a great legacy to have, right? It's great to see him doing something new. My thing is, like you mentioned, PlayStation has a habit of just buying up some studios and either shutting them down after one project or before even some projects get off the ground. Let's not talk about what happened with PlayStation London or PlayStation Paris over there from the old team that made up Polifani all those years ago when they shut them down, they started a new studio, bought them back, and then shut them down again before they can get much out. I don't want to see that happen to this new team. I actually want to see them get stuff out, start something new, and not go in the same direction that everything PlayStation was doing before. But under the new president, it seems that that's not the case. They want to go back to doing what they did before, making a variety of stuff, and not focus on this games as a service only mindset that Jim Ryan and all them were trying to do and couldn't even get the right start for it. So I have high hopes. I'm glad to see the team, and I can't wait to see what they do for their first project.
All right, let me get to my man J Mac. Shout out to the chat. Great to see everyone. Great bits in the building. Facts. Good to have you, my brother. Good to have you. I missed you sent a invite today, but I wasn't at my Xbox. I was in there getting some soul food. That's what I was doing.
Soul food. Gotta have it.
It was. I had honey glazed turkey wings.
Oh, I ain't had them in so long, dude.
Yo, I ain't never had that before.
I have. I've come from down south. I know about them. Them good.
Yo, listen, that was good. That was good. Yo, Sister X-Men, man, they develop a new squad with the co-founder from Treyarch. He got a lot of history with Call of Duty. How you feeling about this acquisition or this development team being formed for Sony? And what do you think they should do with it?
I feel good. From what I heard in the pipeline, they're going to be bringing back something old from Sony. They're going to be bringing back something old. And what I wish for, I know ain't going to happen, but it'll probably be something that a lot of people are interested in. They'll be like, ooh, they bringing that back and they revamping it? That's going to be cool. Everybody think it's going to be so calm or something like that. We don't know. Sony got so many old games, classic games in their background. So right now, it's just a wait and see until they announce it. But you know me, I'm hoping it's Colony Wars or G Police or something like that. That's just me. But we'll have to wait and see. It would be nice if it's a revamp of God of War trilogy. That would be hot and that would sell. Even on PC for those who never played it. And go ahead, put it on Xbox. We'd be fine with that. You know? But other than that, we don't know. They're bringing back something. Don't bring back one of your old crappy games. Bring back something that was popular back in the day. That's all I ask.
Brax. Well, listen, this guy has a lot of track record in history with, making great campaigns. He helped form an excellent studio in Treyarch, and I just hope it just not focused just on multiplayer. Let it have a single player and a multiplayer, because those games thrive better than most games that just try to aim at games as a service, because definitely Sony will pull the rug out, and then we'll have another team down the drain. So hopefully this pans out. It's a great situation. It's good to see a team being formed instead of destroyed. And I'm all for progress in this wonderful community we have called gaming. Now, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows later. But this is disgusting. Ubisoft are ready to sue players for harassing the devs overseas because of this Assassin's Creed game. Now, I saw a rant from a streamer, and a guy in his chat had a problem with Yasuke. The dude went on a sick rant, told homeboy to go get some therapy. You need help. He said, you didn't have to go out here and voice your opinion in my chat in the game I'm playing in my private of my home. Nobody cares how you feel. We don't care how you feel. Don't play the game. 1 million people in 24 hours don't give a damn what you talking about either. And it's crazy the people with the smallest voices got the biggest mouths and the loudest voice. So it looks like over there on the other side of the planet, they have been harassing the devs about this game, about this character, so bad that Ubisoft is looking to file lawsuits against the players. Now, this is the first I've ever heard of a developer going after the players. And I ain't talking about emulators, for straight harassment of the developer. Now, I'm going to say this. If you have that much time on your hands for a video game to disrespect and harass people, how about this? Don't fucking play the game. Don't play the game. Whatever problems that you have, you need to go talk to somebody about them, because it's not about gaming. As minorities in this room right now, we have played with white protagonists for decades. We don't care. We've watched white protagonist movies like Die Hard. You think I love Bruce Willis? Oh, something's wrong with you. Something is absolutely wrong with these small-minded people in this community. It's like when y'all didn't get y'all way in a certain situation over there on PlayStation, y'all was sending devs penis pics. You have a problem. There's something wrong with you. Sending a penis pic is gonna make the game come out faster? Like, what are we doing? It's so bad that the company is looking to file a suit against individuals for harassment about an actual character in Japanese history. There's a black samurai. They never said he was a samurai. You did.
It was a retainer.
That's exactly what he is. Sword bearer. I don't know what is wrong with y'all. Yo, this community, some of y'all are ass hurt. Just sit. You need to get some help. So now I'm gonna go to you, OG X-Man. What do you think about this?
I think it's about time the dance fall back because there's been some good games out there people have destroyed in the media, the players, and all that stuff. I think they should fight back because they have destroyed a lot of good games, getting profit on their games with this mess. And I hope more of them fight back because it doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever. Even Sony, I hope Sony fights back with their games. I hope Activision fights back with their game. Well, Activision, Call of Duty, that's another thing. But Ubisoft, I'm glad they fighting back, man, because they made a good game. They put their hard work into it, and people are balling it before it even comes out, and people not paying for it to give it a try. You even got the Ubisoft service to try the game for $18 a month. You ain't even got to buy it, so it's sad, and there are so many untried games because people have put it down. You got even the Metacritics with that. Sorry, I'm gonna say with the Xbox tax have just have made a lot of good games go down when they could have been sold. So I mean, it's ridiculous. I've never seen this in a generation.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope. I'm gonna say it what it is. Y'all fucking weirdos. Y'all weirdos, bro.
The no play bros. That's what we're gonna call them, Lemon. The no play bros.
Real gamers don't do that. All this stuff y'all doing, man, y'all make your generation look like idiots. Y'all idiots, man. It's like something wrong with y'all.
Can I say this? I gotta say this real quick. I'm sorry. You weak, no gaming bitches. That's it. I'm done.
Bitch babies.
I've got ooh, nice. I like
bitch
that.
Bitch
babies. I like that.
Bitch about everything, bro. They don't want to play with women. They don't, this character for Spoken was in jail.
So was Marcus Phoenix. He was in jail.
I was y'all just fucking stupid, man. Let me read this stuff from back. Hi, everyone. Lemon, how did you get that AI to put Bloody on the show? Wow. And somebody called you Bruno Mars. It was music. He said, oh, shit, Bruno Mars.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he came back to the smoke.
Remember that movie?
It's crazy.
Remember that movie AI? Everybody, we had to thaw Bloody out.
Oh, shit.
Hey, don't put me on that Walt Disney shit, man. I was like, I wasn't on ice. Nah.
They said he was Han Solo. Wow.
Gotta thaw me out,
don't worry about me. I only send D pics to my wife.
I will hope
needed to know. You're back. We needed to know that. We did.
Yeah, TMI, bro. TMI. Too much information.
That's what happens when you got crazy members. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And to let everybody know, Back from the Dead got mad skills in Battlefield. I'm gonna let you know now. Him and Lemon were getting it.
Yo, so how did you feel about this Bloody Man with these attacks on the devs? Like, Lord have mercy, man. This is crazy.
Bro, honestly, it's sad that it's taken this long for companies to start doing this. It's like how for years, like especially within the past 10 years, right? How many times have we heard about people sending death threats and doing all sorts of other harassment? Like this, the fact that the company is doing stuff is like this isn't it's all straight harassment. I was like, they're well within the rights to go after these annoying ass bitch boys out there who are doing this shit. It's like, look, it don't matter if a game is good or not. It doesn't matter whether you like what's in it or not. If you don't like it, guess what? Don't play it. Don't talk about it. Don't do nothing about it. I was like,
they can't help themselves.
The fact that these guys have to go out there and like they're actively looking for people playing these games to complain about it shows that you got a problem, bro. I was like, why are you so inclined to go out looking for stuff you openly do not like just to complain about it to people who do enjoy it? I was like, if you don't like the fact that there's a black guy, you're saying that you are mad that there is an actual black guy in history who this is all based off of. I was like, when the country has come out to talk about the history and defend what Ubisoft was doing, the entire government of Japan has spoken out on the facts of Yasuke, and y'all still have a problem. That is a problem with you and you alone. You need to go get help. Like he said, they need to go see a therapist to complain about it because there's something wrong with them. Yeah. That's like us, like you said, as minorities, complaining about every white guy in history. Guess what? Right. It's not going to change that there was white guys in history who affected all of us.
Nope.
Well, just like people can say whatever they want.
Bloody said, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Straight up.
What's crazy? Let's go fast. Welcome, Fastback. Let me say this, man. I preach this all the time. We got a multicultural podcast. We got a multicultural gaming community. We got different ethnic backgrounds, multicultural developers. We live in a country that's dominated by people who was not originated from here, especially New York. We live in nationality gumbo in New York. Everybody's with everybody. Every nationality you possibly could imagine.
I mean, just like you, look at the South, man. I was like, people fail to realize that in the South, we've had every major European country come out here. We have French, we have Spanish, we have all types of European, whether that's English, we've had Vikings, we've had everyone out here. We have the Spanish. We're just as mixed, and yet people want to act like it's all been white all the time. Yes, in a sense, but also no. Like, get over yourselves.
Look, they're the type of people, like when they go to the mall, oh, look, there's a black person. That's how they act.
Especially when you go to these rural areas. You ever been to a rural area and they act like they never seen a black guy?
Listen, man. I'm a minority 2 times. I'm Puerto Rican and black. I don't understand racism these days and times, bro. I mean, you outdated. You thinking like somebody from the 40s. I'm sorry.
I was like, they act like those white girls at the beginning of Sir Mix-a-Lot's song. It's like, oh my God, look, it's one of those black guys.
Look at her, Becky.
Anyway, man, what we need to do as the people, the sane people in the community, is when these guys or girls come around and act like that, if you block them, narcissistic people need attention. They need a crowd. They need a reaction. If you just block their asses, they'll be talking to themselves. Don't even get involved.
Facts.
Because some of them get entertained. Why do you think they're calling these people out here trolling? Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's just it's petty and pathetic. Most of the time, I just block you. So I don't really care. If you're a racist, don't come here. If you come here and you say something, you'll never say nothing again. It's going to take one time. I don't know what's wrong with us, but things have to change. It's great to see the game explode on the scene with success. Thank God.
And you know what? And that's amidst the fact of how many issues that the game ran into, how much whatever controversy people want to call it that the game ran into nonstop, whether that's from non-fans and fans alike, and how much it was pushed back, right? I'm glad that it has finally come out and that it's seeing the success that it is.
But see, it's not
Granted,
just this game.
no,
It's
no,
just
it's
this
not.
game, bloody. Because it happened to damn, I had the game on Harry Potter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that I was like this fake outrage for some things, right, is ridiculous. And these games come out and shut people up. Like I saw a guy who said, and it made me laugh. They're like, Assassin's Creed Hard or Assassin's Creed Shadows is failing as hard as Monster Hunter Wilds is. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I was like, you know how big Monster Hunter Wilds is doing? I was like, it is putting
Yep.
every previous Monster Hunter record
But see-
to shame.
See, listen to me. See, you just wasted your time.
Exactly.
He just said that to get a reaction, and you reacted. This is the
Oh,
point
no.
about narcissistic people need attention.
Oh, I just moved. I saw it. I just moved on. But I'm in my mind. I'm just like, dude. I was like, these people will do anything that they can to
They
get the
will.
slightest amount of attention.
Right. They'll
That's
say
why I didn't
stuff.
say. That's why I didn't say. I was like, it's just some random dude, and I'm just like, man, shut the hell up. I was like, the fact that you saying that it's failing is hard. I was like, they failing successfully. That's what they do. They are falling into success.
You know they
And
had
you know
a
what? It don't
phrase-
matter.
You know they had a
Listen,
phrase for these
Ubisoft.
people created
Ubisoft has
about
their.
a year ago,
And
bloody,
here's
right?
the thing. I won't deny it. Ubisoft has their many issues going on within the company, right? But that doesn't take away from the success that all their studios are still doing. I was like, whatever the parent company's doing wrong, that's on them. But these studios are not doing that, and it's showing. I was like, they're
lot of-
doing
a
everything they
lot of-
can to put out.
A
They
lot
had
of
a-
stuff that happens to these games is because people they jump out the window. Look at that game Intergalactic. First thing he did was just attack that girl. That's the
Yeah, they
first thing
did.
he did. You don't know what the game is about. You didn't see no gameplay. They just gave you a nice trailer. And the first thing you bitch babies do is run to the internet and start complaining.
I mean, that same thing happened when they first saw the Fable, the brand new Fable, the Fable remake. Oh hell! Look at the fact that how many people complained that we was having a black woman in South of Midnight when the game is based on Southern heritage. It's based on Louisiana and a lot of the stuff that comes out there. If you don't know anything about the Voodoo Lands, you can shut the hell up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But listen,
They
man,
got
let's
it.
move
They
on,
got it.
man.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
what's
trying
up?
to say something. They have a phrase for people like that out there. It was created about a year and a half ago. It's called "These people got TikTok brain." They got
Yeah, that's a
TikTok
fact.
brain. Yep. And,
Now I'm
and
gonna jump into
Nah, TikTok
Go
brain is people who
ahead,
don't
I'm
got a
good.
long, ain't got a long
Go ahead, so X-Men finish.
concentration.
oh, no, it's just that people get the short quick and clicks, just like on TikTok. You got to get clicks to get yourself famous. So these people trying to get clicks by harping on the game and hoping they get the clicks so they can start getting revenue. But guess what? You ain't gonna get no revenue being negative all the time. It backfires. Eventually, it catches up with you.
My man Steve Michael said, Monster Hunter, Avowed, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and 33 Immortals is my current game rotation. That is crazy.
And that's a
Nice.
great rotation right there.
That is crazy.
Nice.
And my man back from this, and I was excited for South Midnight since I'm less knowledge about it about that folklore. Yo, listen.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, for those who aren't from the South, who don't know the folklore, who don't know the mysticism that all this is based on, it's great to get that cultural understanding of being entranced by that. As someone who grew up around that, to see that kind of respect that was going into and the way that they're handling that culture is so beautiful, because there's not many people who want to talk or show off that kind of culture, really show what a lot of the folklore out here. It's like why people got excited when Mafia 3 came out, because it was based in Louisiana and we had a black protagonist instead of just another white Italian. Nothing against what Mafia 1 and 2 did, but it was great to see a difference.
My
You know what I'm
mother
saying?
my mother was from New Orleans, and her family told me all about voodooism. And they's like, Don't play with them. Don't look for the shamans. If you see them, stay away from them.
You want to get
If you
a
piss
quick
them
taste
off,
of
your life is due.
yo, listen, you want to get a quick taste of New Orleans? Watch Candyman.
Hey,
Watch
hey,
Candyman the movie. I'll be in New Orleans this July.
hey, say what you will.
I
Hey,
love
say
it.
what you will about it though. I
They
was like,
got some great
honestly,
alligator down there.
I thought
though, I tell
Candyman
people,
was
I was like,
based in Chicago.
But it is from
the
the
legend of the
lore.
Candyman
The
is
legend of the Candyman came from New Orleans.
Right
That's
when
when it started.
they
That's
hung
when
them
it
and put them
started.
in bees. Yeah, I
Right,
remember,
right,
yeah.
right. That's
and
when it
that
started.
surprisingly, I tell people a lot. I was like, Disney may have whatever. I was like, but The Princess and the Frog is a great representation about the legend of Baron Samedi. I was like, that's who the villain is based off of. I was like, and if you don't know who Baron Samedi is, he was known as the Voodoo King, just like we have the Voodoo Queen out there.
Yep, that's a fact. We just need to add. It's good to know. It's like what I'm saying about with Assassin's Creed. People talking about Japanese history, and you don't even know your American history. You worrying about Japan. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Last time you picked up a book. Book. My boy Bunchy's in the chat. Blood clot.
What
My
guan, me
guy, man.
brethren?
When was
All
the
right, man,
last time they watched PBS to learn something? Right?
Bro, they don't even. I was like, I was like, bro, obviously you could tell which of these mother suckers out here ain't watched no Sesame Street because most of them can't even
I
count.
know, right?
This motherfucker said.
If they did, they would be like,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, stupid idiot.
Oh, I'm dead.
How many of them grew up and
Damn.
watching Electric Company, Zoom? Knowledge is power, y'all.
Respect,
Come on.
Bunty, man. Talos was good. Cygnus was good, man. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. I see the chat is flourishing. Without y'all, there's no us, I swear to God. I appreciate everybody that comes here, man. It's very humbling, man. I want to talk about a topic that I saw. I know when y'all saw that, you was like, what is Lemon talking about? The PC community. And this is going into talking about Game Pass. This is talking about putting games on PC. All this thing is like bundled up into one. I made a topic that was very important because people forget the history of Steam that they praise today, right? They praise it, right? When Steam was introduced, every PC player, damn near, was like hell to the no.
Mm-hmm.
They was worried about DRM. They was worried about digital downloading. And they was against Steam from day one. Now, for most people don't really remember that or didn't even know that. And I say to say this. Things change. Times change. Gaming has changed. It has evolved. It has grown. We've seen the industry re-instruct itself right in front of us live, right? And the reason I brought this up is the acceptance of our console people accepting different barriers being broken. They're breaking the walls. We just seen Xbox post 1,000 games, play anywhere. You buy it once, you own it everywhere. I think every game should be like that. But like my man Parrot said, he don't think Sony's going to do that if they make an app on PC when they go full-fledged, dropping games over there. He think they're going to make you double dip, which I don't double dip for no company. But with that being said, how do you think this industry, Sir X-Men, is moving? Because me and you was PC players back then, and we know how they rejected Steam, and now Steam is the God end all on PC. So how do you feel about what the question I aroused, and where you think we're going in the future? Do you think they're going to continue to give this backlash, or will people just finally give in and just accept that things are changing?
Eventually, people will give up to the throat needle. Eventually, but You know, things new take time. And you know what bothers me about what you're talking about, Lemon?
Preach.
A lot of these people that are talking this crap are younger people that don't know how games advance and the way we play advance. So having Steam along for the ride, that was a great innovation. It gave PC players one place to go to.
Yep.
Now, and if
Yep,
Xbox
facts.
gets Steam, what do you think that's going to, I had to say it, what do you think that's going to do for the console? Give people one place to play.
Don't skip topics.
I'm not.
We're not there yet.
But
look, Bit Cloud, we're not there yet.
but without PC gaming, we wouldn't have PC gaming was competition. It was
PC gaming was complicated.
complicated, but it was also competition for the consoles, because without the innovation coming to PC, we wouldn't have the innovation in graphics and fidelity that we have now. So they both need each other to grow. Now, if the PlayStation doesn't adjust to that and start putting their games in their ecosystem where you said it though, you just said it in the comments when you was talking. Because I see you shaking your head, so no,
I'm not shaking my head at what you say. I'm reading the chat.
Oh.
I'm reading the chat. Son. I'm not over here. I wasn't even responding to you. I'm like, what?
Buddy, tell me sometimes you get confused when he does the head shake when you talk.
Look, when Bloody was talking,
right,
Bloody.
Look.
When Bloody was talking, I started laughing. Not at what Bloody was saying. I was laughing about the Bruno Mars because I'm reading the chat.
Oh my goodness. Well, I ain't
My
reading
bad.
the chat. I'm talking.
So,
it's all good, bro. Do what you do, man.
Right. I'm like, what do you think I'm doing over here? I'm producing, I'm talking, I'm hosting, I'm doing a lot.
Yeah.
Good.
It happens.
But without these ecosystems out here, you know, you want things to be stagnant in gaming,
right?
You know, things got to grow. Just like technology grew in cars, it got to grow, evolve. You know, I mean, did you ever expect when I was growing up, we had road maps on the highway. We had to fold it out and unfold it. Now we got GPSs.
Right. Things change. It's exactly
technology.
The facts.
You say you want technology and advancement, you got to learn to deal with it. You just got to learn to deal with it. The people that watch it later that don't want to, or people that don't want to interact, is on the opposite narrative of where we are. You know, and you know, I hate the fact that I'm gonna say it real quick. I hate the fact Xbox share games, but I can see why they do it. I'm not mad about it.
I'm getting sick of y'all in the chat.
But
he said, "Why I look like Bloody and Sir X-Men's in the same room."
Y'all so sick fuckers. I'm sorry. I know he got long hair, but he don't have the right part. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna work like that.
Oh, where did that just go? Oh, Lord.
But people just got to get used to it out there. Either, like
it's
I said,
okay. Even if I had the right parts, I was like, that old man wouldn't last more than 2 seconds. He's got that old fucking nut dust.
Hey, that's all I need. I got mine. You get yours.
Yo.
But, like I was saying.
See what you started, chat?
People need to adjust. And that's just the way it is. You know, next few years, you might not even have a console or a PC. Did you ever see the movie Gamer? You might just have one thing where you're moving around on a big hollow screen. But you never know. That's probably like 200 years away or whatever. But that's going to be the advancement. Either evolve or die.
I think it could happen within the next at least 50. I was like,
I just don't want no AI robots killing me. That's all I want. Everything else, let me go.
All right, calm down there, iRobot.
No. Battlestar Galactica, Terminator, Cylons and Terminators. I don't
Yo,
need
listen.
that.
The last CES show, man. Y'all, this is how Skynet started. Y'all keep it up.
Yep.
Y'all
Yep.
keep it up.
And they're making them smart too, Lemon. They say they're learning as they get to know the person.
Yo, listen.
I know.
I seen my boy Hip Hop Demon talking to the AI, and that AI explained who he was as a content creator.
Wow.
I said that was scary. I said
no,
that's a little too much.
That movie Megan. That's scary.
That's scary too. And they're making a part 2 to that. I can't wait for
I
it.
know.
Goddamn. I'm like, some shit don't need to be. Or I don't want. My boy was like, yo, my car could drive you. I said, I have a CDL. I could drive myself. I'm good.
And I like to drive myself. I like to drive myself.
Nobody's gonna drive me. I don't even like when other people drive me. I'll be nervous because people don't. I'm a safety driver, so it's part of my job.
I know that for a fact.
I hate 5-seat drivers.
I can vouch for that because I drove this man when I was up in New York. I was like, he was tripping, even though he was like half asleep in the passenger seat. He's like, be careful. He's like, do you know the streets? I was like, bro, you told me where to go. I'm doing exactly what you say. He's like, are you sure you good? I was like, bro, I'm good. No, and he's like half asleep, hugging the window, just like stopping me with his eyes closed. He's like, buddy, you good? I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, listen, man. That's what happens when you go to training every year to make sure you drive your passengers around safe in my job.
But we gotta admit,
part of my job.
Ain't nothing worse than when you have to drive your parents around. They're the worst. 5-seat driver.
That was worse when I went to Cali, and in Cali, the speed limit is like unlimited out there. Everybody's driving like 90 miles an hour. I'm in the car with my little brother, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, you know there's a limit? Oh, we don't drive. We don't do the limit. We do over that."
That's
watching
like,
be the first one pulled
over.
No.
Lem, you should know better
because it's normal. My father told him, well, he said, your brother, you drive trucks, your brother drives people. He don't drive like that.
Bro, I was gonna say it's true. I was like, but look at Texas. I was like, where we take speed limits as suggestions. I was like, when you could be going 85 miles down the highway when it says it's 70, and the cops are still passing your ass. The only time we follow a speed limit is if you're driving through the country and you go through a small town. If it says 35, you ass better be at 30 because you'll mess around in small Texas towns. Those cops got nothing better to do.
The only people they go after are the people that are dodging in and out, in and out, in and out. Yep.
Yeah, but if you
LA different.
I was like, but yeah, if you going 90 and it says 70, but everyone's going 90, the cops don't care. They're like, only if you're being stupid.
With the flow, it's
California
called
different.
With the flow of traffic.
But but in California, when somebody crash, it's usually a pileup.
Bro,
because nobody can stop.
Bro,
I'm gonna pull out a story.
I'm gonna pull out a story about that, right?
No,
back in in 2018, right when we was all at E3, I was riding with the driver, right? I was riding out there with G. We were going to meet up with everyone. I saw a truck literally drive up on a dude on a motorcycle. I was like, crash into the dude. The guy got lifted and is like holding on to the front of the truck. Motorcycle flips and we just see everyone like stopping all the way back there. We're just like, bro, did we just watch somebody die? I was just like, well, what? I'm just like, damn. I was like, you saw this dude from like 30 yards back. You could see him clearly, but the truck didn't care. It just went right over the bike.
Jesus Christ.
California's something else, bro.
Yeah, they different out there. They different. They different. They are not safety drivers. I'm telling you. Anyway, what do you think about what I said about this PC and the Steam, the changing how it was not accepted, and where we going in the future?
Bro, the industry itself has changed. I was like, it's gonna keep evolving, and there's just players in the game who see the changes and have been prepared. I was like, Steam was an innovator, but they also see the changes. I was like, how many times, especially within the past couple of years, have we seen Gabe Newell himself come out and say, you know what? He's like, the industry's changing. He's like, I like Xbox. He's like, I like what they're doing. He's like, it's the right moves. He's like, it's the best because it is. And he's the man who went and founded this company because he didn't like what Microsoft was doing back in the day. When the man who hated what PC and Microsoft was doing is now praising Microsoft and where they're going with gaming and seeing how it's changed, that should let you know that he knows better than half these dudes. He changed the industry 2-3 decades ago. And he sees the changes now and he's just like, that's the right decision. He's like, I like what they're doing. I'm with it. He's like, if they ask me, I will absolutely help them. That should be your signal to be like, oh, damn, it's not the same. We saw the same changes in the past 10 years. Since the launch of the Xbox One and the PS4, what has become prominent? Digital sales, all media on the console. I was like, open cloud and streaming services. We saw the birth of Game Pass and how that's become a powerhouse. I was like, streaming has become a powerhouse, whether that's for gaming, on consoles, or PC. Because guess what? You have programs like GeForce Now and everything else that allows people to be able to stream PC games without needing to have high-end PC hardware. Because what's that other company that came out? Was it Shadow? Something like that? Like Shadowbox or something? I was like, it was before GeForce Now. We were talking about
Shadow Play.
That one.
Shadow Play. But
yeah,
that was the code name for NVIDIA stuff.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that all that has been like a herald of what's coming, and people don't want to do it when it first comes out. But guess what? After a few years, everyone gets used to it because it becomes normalized. Just like digital only purchases and content became such a staple. Yes, there's always going to be a market for those on the other end. But the thing is that everything is changing. We see now that Microsoft is like, hey, we make more money by putting our stuff on another platform. They were the first ones to approach PC, and guess what? They handled it right, and the PC numbers were there because people on PC said, hey, we don't care if it's coming from a console game. We want the game. We like the game. We'll support the game. You know who saw that but also messed it up? PlayStation, because they saw that there was interest from the PC market, but what did they do? They fumbled it at every point, and the PC community is not someone that you want to piss off or not do right, because if not, they will, and they will set you ablaze. They will not buy your stuff. They'll make you lose money and not care because you didn't think to do it properly the right time or listen when they were trying to tell you how to fix it.
Well, Microsoft was originally a PC developmental squad anyway. Back on the 360 with that Shadow Run, they was trying to do games for Windows anyway. They was trying to get console games over there, but now with the x86 architecture, it's easy.
They made it to where, because guess what? Now it's one unified architecture where it becomes copy and paste because they're using the same base code that allows them to be able to be transferable, which is why a program like Xbox Anywhere became such a rise. Because now you don't have to make two. Yeah, but the thing is that now you don't have to make two different versions using two different baselines and two different models, because that's why if you look on PC sometimes there's still a Windows version that is separate from the console version. We see that with even games that are popular. Like everyone knows that I'm a big Yakuza fan, Like a Dragon, right? But the original first three was 0, Kiwami 1, and Kiwami 2 have specific Windows versions that are separate from the console versions. I was like, so if I wanted to play those on PC, I'd have to start all over again on a brand new different version because it wasn't supporting Xbox Play Anywhere. But if you look at games now, look at Persona, look at the new Yakuza games, hell, even look at something like half the stuff in Xbox Game Pass. A lot of the newer releases now support Play Anywhere. So anything that I buy on my console, when I was traveling, I only had my PC, but guess what? I can install it on my PC and have my cloud saves to be able to play everything. Now to have all that supported and being more of a staple, it should be. I was like, more games do need to do that because it allows cross-platforming and it allows cross-saves and allows a lot more transferability to build into an ecosystem, which as a company, you would want.
Here's the part that I missed, but he helped me with that. Remember, even if you buy a game on Steam, you can cross-play it with Xbox.
There's a lot of games that support crossplay.
Instantly. The other side, they don't really have that.
It's hit or miss with them.
Yeah. Like they tried to do with the Helldivers thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we need to get crossplay over here on PlayStation with the people because we ain't got that many people on our network. You should have made the game crossplay with Steam the minute it came out. That's your fault because people wouldn't have cared about the sign in.
And here's the thing: they did make it crossplay. No, they did make it crossplay with Steam. But what killed it was that 2 to 3 months later, they said, "Hey, every Steam player now has to have a PlayStation ID." Well, guess what? There's over 100 countries that don't have access to PlayStation IDs. So you just cut all those people out.
Right.
176 countries.
Yep. So I was like, y'all just killed all the success y'all built up because y'all want to make numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
All right, man. We're gonna talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows, man.
And, I haven't played it, so y'all go on.
Hold on. No, we're not gonna talk about the game. We're gonna talk about the success of having 1 million players.
Okay, in a week.
24 hours.
That's hot.
Yeah. That is absolutely amazing. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. And forget all you narcissistic assholes.
Damn.
This is what you get when you go out here and you pop shit about a game. Disrespect the devs. Disrespect the Japanese history. Straight disrespect their history. And look, the players have spoken with their wallets. So, X-Men.
What's up, kid?
How did you feel about this success? 1 million in 24 hours. With all the backlash from the big mouth punks, the bitch babies.
I'm gonna be nasty. Hey, Astrobot, where you at? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But
wow.
But wow. That's good. That's good. I mean, and even though the average is an 8 for the game, that's pretty good. Because you know where the negativity came from.
I'm not reading that, Talos.
But that's good. That means that game's gonna make money because it's like old school. Word of mouth is a mother. You know, your friends gonna tell your friends, and they're gonna tell other friends, and they're gonna see you playing it. You know, and that's how the old way games used to grow. Word of mouth. They didn't listen to these other people out there and the critics and all that stuff. They listened to their friends. Mm-hmm. So eventually, if you don't want to play the game from your stereotype attitude, it's just a character in a game. That's all it is. If the gameplay is tight and the story is tight, who cares? Enjoy the game for what the developer wanted to do. That's what they did.
Bruh, I was like, it's no different than the people who are complaining about Lara Croft nowadays, right? It's like back in the 90s. No. I was like, here's the thing. I was like, back in the 90s, everyone was all over that woman and everything else before, even in the 2000s, with every good or bad game that came out. But as soon as they did the reboot, I was like, everyone's just like, as soon as the reboot came out, oh, this isn't Tomb Raider. This is y'all had no problem with it before. Why? Just because they didn't make her all sexified? Is that it? I was like, they still made her the same badass woman that she was before. What's the difference?
Games have to grow and evolve. Games grow and evolve. Come on. Just like y'all didn't say nothing about the changes in God of War. You may complain a little bit, but you played it. But it changed and evolved. Now, I like the old God of War. That's just me. But
everyone likes the old God of War.
I like all of them. That's my favorite game. I like all of them.
Yeah,
I'm all for God of War. I'm straight up like I'm all for God of War.
That's a fact.
Boy.
The Halo visual. Yeah, that's a fact, Steve. That is a fact. And with that being said, I'm gonna say this: it's good to see this game get the legs No, Bloody, did you go? You did go, right?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah. It's good to see this game be successful because Ubisoft gets hated like Microsoft. And I ain't talking about Microsoft as Xbox. I'm talking about Microsoft as a company. Right? Oh, Ubisoft, they got games. They be cutting games. They be canceling games. Lawrence Davenport was good. Let me say this. What has 2 billion? Talk to me. I don't know what you're talking about. What has 2 billion? Let me say this. It's good when you get the naysayers out here disrespecting the game and the success comes and slaps the shit out of you. I'm glad you feel silly. I'm glad you look stupid. I'm glad the voices that you thought you had was not major. You're not major. You're the minorities. All you do is talk and disrespect. And it's good to see this game come out. I've never seen an Assassin's Creed fail. Oh, it now has 2 million players. Okay. Now, oh, wow, that's an update. Lawrence Davenport says the game got 2 million players now. Uh-oh.
It's only the second day, ain't it?
That was quick. But it's good to see them have a successful situation. I was on the chat the other night, and I said, Rainbow Six Siege has over 40 million players over 10 years. And they're about to evolve the game again for this gen. 40 million players. For Honor, 20 million players. That game's been out almost 10 years itself also. Don't say Ubisoft just pulls the plug. What about the other game, The Division? How many millions of players play that? How many? Don't get out here and lie on Ubisoft's name. You've never seen an Assassin's Creed game fail. But yet, you take to these Twitter streets and you pop shit on
Here's
how
the thing.
bad they are.
What it is, here's the thing. There was issues. I would say there was some issues with quality when Assassin's Creed was coming out almost every year, right? But the Assassin's Creed series as itself is highly successful. You just don't have good games, or maybe as good of a game within its own series. That is like the same way of saying that there's no bad Halo games. There's just certain games that are not as good as others within the series. Because why? You mentioned it before. No game series compares to Halo. There's only Halo series that can compare to itself. They're just not as good as others within the series. And that's the same thing with Assassin's Creed. Exactly. It don't mean it's bad. It just means it's not as strong as others. And that's what Assassin's Creed has. Yes, there are some that don't have as high quality as other games. But that does not take away from what this series has accomplished in itself since it first came out, since its original inception. I was like, there's very few games.
Origins.
And that's with the new reboot, right? Ever since they rebooted the series and did everything else, Origins stands out as one of the best. I was like, people can hate on like people.
Too.
Yeah.
Yes, but people hate on Valhalla, right? They say what they will about Valhalla. I was like, and people complain that it's still successful. I was like, Odyssey was ridiculously huge, ridiculously long, and a little bit much sometimes. Doesn't change that people still enjoyed the hell out of it. And that also had great DLC that added to the entirety of the lore of Assassin's Creed. You can say that it's weak in its main
game either.
Nope.
I haven't played Pandora Frontier, but
yeah,
the only thing
the
only thing that turned me off,
game, and it's beautiful as hell.
Yeah, I played.
The only thing that I had an issue with about the game was because I talked with you, Lemon, is that you said it was kind of like Far Cry-ish, but I didn't like Far Cry too much. But you said that if you like Avatar, it's still really good, so I'm probably check it out at some point. But that's what I'm saying is that that's where those differences are. Is that with Assassin's Creed is that it's not bad. It's just not bad compared to other games within itself. The only game that you can say you can compare to it and the type of game that it was a stealth assassin game back, especially in the original in the early games, right? Which was like Hitman. But Hitman is not the same because it evolved itself. It changed what it was trying to do. It would still have the core aspects, but it was different. It's the same way with Splinter Cell. The only thing I'm mad about Ubisoft is that they still haven't given us a brand new Splinter Cell game. Stop using him for everything and not giving him his own game, damn it.
Good and Evil. I'm sorry. Beyond Good and Evil for me, not Splinter Cell. That's just
dude. Beyond Good and Evil's been sitting on ice for almost a decade.
20 other million people too.
I know, right?
I don't
Listen,
know. You know what? I don't even want to talk about that.
remember when we saw the reveal of Beyond Good and Evil 2 live, and we're just
oh my god. I rewound that much, bro.
No, I was like, I think people fail to understand how long me and Lemon have been doing this and how long we've been making it to all these events and been doing this thing big time. Is that we saw the announcement for Beyond Good and Evil 2 live at E3. We was there. And it still hasn't come out into a beta. They barely have an alpha.
Yo, Yobi, are you smoking? They are giving us Splinter Cell. It's announced already, and Beyond Good and Evil has entered testing phase. You know how long they've been making Beyond Good and Evil?
Since 2016.
What Splinter Cell was mentioned? What? There's no announcement of Splinter Cell, bro.
Listen, the only Splinter Cell that I know about is an
drop it in the chat, cause I ain't seen anybody here see anything about Splinter Cell. Cause like I said, you a mod. Drop it in the chat.
Nah.
I said this on Tuesday,
bro.
I think that
I don't care.
Hold on. I think that girl.
Listen, aside passing in a blog,
hold on. One at a time. Bloody,
Let me get this one, bloody. I think this girl that plays in shadows, she would be a perfect assassin in a Tenchu game or a Tenchu-like game by herself. That would be flawless. I'm serious. The way she sneaks around and then gets people and open doors. I've seen the videos. I haven't got it yet, but I've seen the video. She'd be perfect in a Tenchu style game. We can't deny
technically,
that.
These games came from Tenchu.
I know every game came from Tenchu, the assassin style.
Tenchu is one of those like progenitors that literally was the baseline for many games that we got nowadays. I was like, I think people don't give enough love and respect to what we got from like the SNES era, the PS1 era, all that. I was like, without some of those games, we would not have some of what we have nowadays.
Tenchu and Metal Gear, the stealth games.
Yep. Hey, but yeah, I was gonna say Metal Gear created like that tactical stealth that you see with like Splinter Cell and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Tenchu gave us the assassin style games that we see now with Assassin's Creed and everything that came. I was like, Hitman sits like right in the middle of that, which is great. But bro, I gotta say, listen, whatever they say about Splinter Cell, I was like, they could say, yeah, we're gonna do a remake until they give us some actual like physical or like some sort of video like showing off something. I was like, I ain't gonna believe them because they've been talking about a Splinter Cell for years. I was like,
they better show me a new Merc versus 5.
No, they have not talked about Splinter Cell for years. The content creators been talking about Splinter Cell for years.
No, they always talk. What they do is they always talk about Sam Fisher. They always talk about him being in all these other games. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing.
Splinter Cell.
No, look, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna answer Yobi. Yobi, if they remake a Splinter Cell, they're not giving us shit that we ain't play already. That's not a new game. That's like saying, oh my God, I got Resident Evil 4 remake.
Listen, where they left off with Blacklist and Conviction, I was like, there was so much more they could have done with
I looked at it. Yo, bro, listen. I don't want a remake. I want a new fucking game.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said,
give us a new story.
I don't want a reboot either. They had so much set up. Listen, they've done Splinter Cell and Sam Fisher dirty because you know why? I was like, ever since they took full ownership of the Tom Clancy title, they have done absolute all over, whether it's good or bad with it. I was like, The Division, great concepts, great world building, wonderful. I was like, the games came out a little broken at times, but they fixed it up. Wonderful. I was like, I didn't like Wildlands. I didn't like I didn't like the second one. Here's the thing.
That's not
They
Ghost Recon
use
anyway.
Yeah, I know, but they use Sam Fisher
I
as the
love
linchpin.
Ghost Recon.
They use Sam Fisher and Splinter Cell as the linchpin to build this whole entire Tom Clancy universe with everyone going to him and all this stuff, but they ain't using him for anything else. They're just basically using the name and the face to make everything else
Remember,
quote unquote better.
his family wanted to pull his name because they was like
They hated what they were doing with
their
it. Yeah.
father's name is not being represented properly. But look, we got to stay on topic. Listen. So with that being said, with the success of this game, man, I'm happy to see it. And then I'm gonna bring up another good point that I have to see it for myself. I want to see side by side comparisons. Digital Foundry came out and said this is the first game to finally make the PS5 Pro look like it's a PS5 Pro instead of a PS5 Plus. So,
damn,
they've been failing. They got games that look worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Fake Frames. Shout out to Fake Resolution. I told y'all AI is not the fix. But this game seems to be able to take advantage of the 5 Pro, and it also is doing great things on the Series S and X. Excellent things. So, with that being said, will we see more games be able to take advantage of the PS5 Pro like Assassin's Creed did? I'm going to start with you, Sir X-Men, and please don't be biased. I know how hard it is.
If they worked on it where it could get the best graphics out of all consoles and PC, more hands up to them. You know what I'm saying? I wish more developers would do that and make them equal and use all the power that these consoles have.
This Assassin's Creed is not on last gen, is it?
No, it is current gen only.
Yeah, that might be the caveat.
Yep.
That might be it. Because games that just don't games that skip old stuff seems to work out better graphically.
Because it's less work for the dev. If you only got one screen to work with.
To be fair, I think a lot more games, especially that are launching now, are kind of starting to drop last gen support. Hell, for anyone who plays the first Ascendant, I might be the only one. No, I was just adding on real quick. We're seeing that change. That a lot of support for old gen consoles is starting to fade out.
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen in time, man. I mean, y'all can't expect last gen to hold on forever. It's been 11 years? No, I'm talking about last gen.
I think when they go a generation, they should give them 2 years of support.
Correct.
And force people into the new gen, because that's why these consoles are struggling to sell, because you're still making the hot games for the shit that people got already. Millions of people. Millions. Right. You're burning yourself. You're burning the candle at two ends.
Yeah,
but and give Sir X-Men, finish your point.
Yeah, and give these the next gen console, still the ability to play your older games from last gen. That's all people want. Dog, what are you doing behind me? You know what I'm saying? That's all we want.
Where that went.
What? Ooh.
Oh damn.
But dogs want to be around people. That's just the way they are.
Yeah, listen, you got to train them. When they see headphones and microphones, my dogs just walk away.
We getting to that point.
Even my two little puppies, they in the room laying down. They know not to bring their ass out here.
Yeah, but that's why I always hear you when you yelling at them for messing with your equipment.
They run by and knock a tripod over. That's 3,000 heading to the floor, bro.
Oh,
I don't need none of my shit being broke. Not at that price.
No.
Break an action cam or something.
But back to the main subject. They do need dead man. This is the new we can't. The older way they used to do it, where they make games last longer. But as they keep progressing with the technology, you got to start moving ahead. You got to start moving ahead for them. Like Lemon said, 2 to 3 years. That should be the max.
Facts. Yo, smash that like button. Don't hit it. Smash it. Come on, man. That's how you help the algorithm around here.
Just don't break your screen if you're on a phone.
Hit that like button, please, man. That helps the channel great more than you could imagine.
And don't forget to share it out, everybody. Let everyone know. Share it with your mama, your daddy, your sister, your granny, your dog, your cat, the dude down the street, everybody.
Right.
I'm not touching that one either.
You was finished, your X-Men?
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all flow.
All right. Bloody PS5 Pro. This gaming press is finally. It's a standout above the rest. How did you feel about that? And would you go out there and spend $700 for the Pro?
Hell no, because the fact that you still got to spend almost another $100 to get that disc drive, because guess what? It's all digital and everything else, and they nickel and diming you on every piece of it that should be in the console. But I digress on that part. It's sad that it took this long in this game to quote unquote be the game that showed what this console was capable of. When your own internal studios and all the games that y'all are remastering or making pro versions of don't even showcase it, and at times ran worse than your base model, that says something. Why did it take so long for this pro to start showing its quote unquote value? Why did it take a third-party game with no last-gen support be the game to show off the capabilities of your console? Why is it still, when people were looking at other games that y'all were trying to showcase, unable to discern the difference of what the Pro and the 5 can do? It's not night and day like it was with the PS4 and PS4 Pro or the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. I was like, it shouldn't be like that.
But let me say this to you, Cygnus. Let me say this. It's not light years ahead of anything we've seen. If you look at the digital found video, the stuff that they bragging about is shit that most people don't pay attention to anyway. It's
Bruh,
it's not like it's a graphical feat. It's just showing effects they use in the game, better shadows, some ray tracing. It's not really a graphical feast. It's not. It's little twerks and pics that they put in there that really people ain't even looking for. But I'm just saying. So it's not it's not really.
No, it's not
mind blowing.
I ain't a pro hater.
Games.
I was like, the Pro just isn't worth it. I was like, technologically speaking, it is not a massive step up from what the PS5 it is. I was like, I have a PS5. I was like, I'm just not gonna go and spend $800 on a console that gives me the very slightest upgrade. I was like, right. You know, the only people who do that are enthusiasts, and that's for PC. They want the brand new graphics card. It doesn't matter if it's $2,000. If they can go from 110 frames to 112, they're going to do it. Yeah, but they're enthusiasts. Crazy. For us, while we may be enthusiasts, we're also conscious about what the greater public wants and about what's bang for buck. The PS5 Pro is not a bang for buck.
No,
it is not worth it.
That's
I was like, the technology and the programs that they try to push on it was not anything impressive. As Lemon talked about, pisser is exactly what it is. It's piss. It's ass. I was like, and that's why they're stepping away from that internal AI technology to go to what everyone else is using, which is AMD's FSR.
Which I don't like that either.
No, I was like, here's the thing.
I don't like none of them because they're giving you fake shit.
Yeah, it is.
All of it's fake.
But here's the thing. They gave up after they barely used it for a year and said, we're going to use what everyone else is using. Because why? They cannot keep up. Again, this proves what I've said many times. So all of y'all can go back and watch, because I'm very consistent about what I say is PlayStation does not know how to build support. They do not know how to keep anything going. They failed with every other peripheral and every other side project that they make because they give up within a year to two. The only time that they had anything successful was the PSP. The Vita was great. But you know who kept that alive? Was third-party developers, because they yelled at Sony to not cut ties for it. They said to not end support.
In the chat. He said, you got $800 1080p handhelds. You're right.
Exactly.
But hold on. Let me answer, bloody. This is the thing, though. I take my $800 handheld. It's not about money. I can afford anything I want. The point is, it gives me satisfaction to take my handheld and a high fidelity, which is my Xbox and my PC games on the go. It's a multifunctional device.
Correct.
It's not something that I'm spending $700 and have in my house, and that's it. It
Like
takes my games with that 7-inch screen that I have. Games in 1080p look 4K. And no, I do not use FSR on it.
Let me ask you this.
I play the game in a native resolution in the best of its ability. I do not co-sign DLSS, PISR, or FSR because that is shortcomings. When you start implementing software fixes for hardware, there's results, there's artifacts, there's problems, there's other issues. When you keep introducing fake frames, you know what you get? Button lag. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. You play a fighting game that's supposed to be 60 frames and you make it FSR 160 and watch what happens to your input. Just watch.
Here's what happens. That's why any game right now that you play that has the option for frame generation, when you play it, it causes one, artifacting like you mentioned, it causes splitting, and it causes image, all sorts of screw ups, and why it also will cause issues like you mentioned with lag, because it's creating fake frames that are inconsistent with what's being generated by itself.
Let me answer my God. It's not about being mad. I ain't mad about anything. I don't care. It's like me. It's like people I talk about that talk about Assassin's Creed. Why I talk about it? You don't hear me saying really nothing. I don't really care. I don't care. $700 is nothing. Nothing. That ain't no money. That's nothing. The point is, I don't think it's worth the upgrade over the 5. That's the point. That is the point. It's not bang for buck. But they're trying to trick you to think AI upscaling is the future. Because that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you do and tell you this is the best for you. But it's not. Nothing's better than native. You know what's wrong with native? People don't want to spend the money to have native. I told everybody these 50 series cars was going to come up short. They said I was crazy. Assanti, all my brilliant dudes out here said I was crazy. I said, watch. They're going to try to use AI upscaling and watch what happens. And I was right. I'm the only one that was right. Because I told you that they kind of put a Band-Aid on the problem. They still charging $2,000 for graphic cards with less hardware.
And guess what? There's suckers still out there trying to go for it, thinking that it's the greatest thing. No, it's not. Like you said, people don't want to put.
You always hear, I've been preaching that AI is not the way to fix it. I've been preaching, and I said it. These 5,000 series cards are going to come up short because they're going to try to patch it with AI, and I am not wrong.
And Lemon, didn't we see the same thing happen with the 40 series cards? Didn't we say that what they were talking about was not that much of a step up over the 30 series? And when every major tech reviewer that we trust, that we know, said, yeah, you're looking at about a 5 to 10% increase, but
Steve
nothing
Biko.
significant for the price that they're charging. People still wanted to be like, oh, the 40 series is the way to go. No, it was not, because you're not getting bang for buck for what they were charging over those who may have had a 30 series. Yes, if you had a much lower end card, like a 20 or maybe a 10 series for those who still have it, then yes, it would be worth your price. But if you're an enthusiast like we are, who spend money that most of these suckers don't got, we are not going to be out there frauding y'all saying, oh, this is the greatest thing, when we ourselves can be like, that's not worth the money. That's not worth the price for someone who has what we have.
I just want to point this out. just remember when everybody said 5,000 series cards going to be amazing, I'm the only one that says no, it's not. They're going to use AI to try to fix bullshit. And now you see all the reviews. Now you see all the reviews come out. Who's been right?
And that's coming from a man who spent what, $5 grand, $8 grand on an 8K TV when there is no 8K content out there.
All I know
only
is
one
I
who's
see
ready
a
to have
bloody. Is that
the
a,
only one
is
who's
that
ready
a
to have something
bloody?
native.
Is that
That
a
is.
bloody that I hear? Facts.
Whoa,
You
my
already
boy
know,
just
my
slid in
boy.
the DMs. Let me get my man in here on cams. We at the end of the show, bro. We only got like one more topic.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Damn.
Hey, it's all good. I was like, that's just what he does. I was like, 8-Bit comes in to finish for everybody. That's all.
Hey, yo, what? Pause.
You sound fantastic, though, bro. You sound fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to order my new mic clamp for my desk, my damn arm thing, bro. Anyway, so that's
Bro, I was like, Cygnus, my guy, please do not say that you're defending AI to save costs for development. I was like, there are certain instances where you can use it to help, but you do not want to use it to replace. I was
it's
like,
already
using that is
it's already causing concern. You seen the chick who voices Aloy?
yeah.
She was
I saw
already,
that.
she was already terrified, you know, like, oh, I might be getting replaced. No, not replacement, but that's the scary thing about it. And also relying on the whole AI thing too. You're seeing, especially with frame gen, everything what they're doing with the whole
Frame
upscales.
generation is
Yeah, it's
ill.
like, like it sounds great on paper, but it's an excuse for terrible optimization in games.
You
Really,
see? I said this. You see, they don't want to listen to me, bro.
no, it is a fact though, and the thing is too, we got a lot. You got a lot of flack for it. I got flack for it, but it's like, bro, it really is a crutch at the end of the day.
It's a crutch. It's a band-aid.
Like, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. The technology is cool. I see this more. I see this more as something that consoles can use. You know what I mean? But it should not be something that should be forced into an industry where you have platforms that can do far and beyond that. Right off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Games should not be terribly optimized and relying on something like that. And you're seeing that. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the Shadows. Y'all seen Assassin's Creed Shadows running on PC? Like, it was running some issues. Some people were saying that it was struggling to get above. It was struggling to hold 60 at times. It's like, yeah, no shit, because de novo and bad optimization. But of course, some people are now trying to flip this and go, oh no, it's because your PC trash. No, it has nothing to do with the PC.
No,
it's
I was
legit
like, how
bad
many
optimizations.
games for a decade, people, especially the PC community, have complained about de novo. It does not help. It hinders the performance so many times. This lets you know people who do not listen and are not a part of a community. 8-Bit, you were very much so a PlayStation first kind of person, but a very heavy PC enthusiast as well. You know better. Lemon, you're an everything enthusiast. I was like, I've been very vocal about my support of Xbox, but also very big on PC ever since I built a PC, unlike half these dudes.
Bro.
We know where the complaints from the community are because they know better.
And not even that though.
True.
We know what the fuck we like. When you build a PC and you build it for a specific reason, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what the hell. You obviously know what the hell you're talking about in regards to what you built. We built the game, but all of us have. I don't know if X-Men got one, but we all have.
I got a PC. I got a great PC. I don't have any problem.
Also, you have a big, good gaming PC.
Yeah, I got a. I mean,
Okay.
I don't have the high ones like you, but I got a 3060 Ti. I'm.
Well, that's not bad. No, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you did. No, there's why I said that. No, they know this. I didn't know if you dabbed in PC gaming, but
oh yeah, I play
yeah,
games on PC all the time, dude.
Yeah,
I love Battlefield on PC. Oh my god, it looks amazing.
Yeah, no. We all built our PCs for a specific reason. Obviously, we're content creators, number one, but we also built it strictly as workstations too. We got to make our content, but also, what is it? What else? Gaming. So when you push a console as a big workstation, guess what you got up behind that? A lot of horsepower. You got a lot of processing power to push and do everything you need to do. Plus, which is another big crucial thing, which is multitasking. That's another thing that goes into content creation. So we knew we were building. The problem is, though, a lot of these dudes that just think they know everything. No, you don't know everything. Like, dudes want to argue with me saying PSSR was the greatest thing ever. Now, these same dudes are about to be are officially saying goodbye to PSSR because when PS6 drops, it's using FSR 4. It's not going to be using no PSSR. So it's done.
Big Cloud. Check it out.
Let me ask you, Big Cloud.
Here's one thing people don't know.
How can Sony outdo AMD on their hardware?
So that's the thing. Like, dudes, like it's custom. See, that's the thing. People get caught up in these buzzwords. They keep hearing custom. They're like, oh, the GPU is custom. It's like, bro, it's an RDNA 3 GPU.
I am Steve Biko.
I want you to understand that it's an RDNA 3 GPU already. Now that surprised me. I thought it was RDNA 2 because the PS5 in general was RDNA 2, but it's RDNA 3 GPU. Like it's RDNA 3.5. I'm like, bro, it's an RDNA 3 GPU. The reason why you say an RDNA 3.5 is uses certain enhancements from FSR4. That's it. These enhancements that will be released next year, will they make the game that much different, or will they change everything like a lot of people are hoping for? For $700, I would hope so. For $700, it needs to show true improvements. But if it doesn't show true improvements and you're still asking for $700, get the shot in the face.
That's what I was mentioning earlier, is that people don't understand. When you say custom, all you're doing is just making adjustments suitable for the work that you're doing or for the hardware. I was like, look at every GPU on the market. If it's not NVIDIA specific, it's not their founders and their concept cards or AMD's, guess what? Every other manufacturer, whether that's Asus, which is Acer, everyone else who's making it is a custom card because they're adjusting it to fit what they are trying to sell. That's why you see overclock cards and the hard cards that have higher RAM and everything else, because they're adjusting it and making it custom.
We got an adjusted HDR.
Yep.
Called Dolby Vision.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, and same with Dolby Atmos, right? Guess
People
what?
Like, Dolby Vision's better. No, it's not. It's really EQ'd in the way they think something should look, and they named it Dolby Vision, but it's HDR.
I was like, and it's the same with audio. Yeah, Dolby Atmos, and guess what? For those who have high-end PCs that have good sound cards on them because they got really good fucking motherboards, guess what? That's why you see things like having that Dolby Atmos, or you see even the improvements from Windows Sonic. I was like, they're trying to make high-end sound that would work based off their own internal sound cards. That's all custom. People don't understand that.
You know, also it blows me up. They don't know what they're looking at. Like I saw people bring up the shadows comparison. They was like, it's better on the PS5 Pro. They were showing up the very. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. I mean, a lot of the areas look filled, look clearer, more detailed. But then they're missing what's being said. He said, yeah, from a far distance, you're seeing a lot of problems. It's blurred out. It looks pixelated. I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's not that good. We're upscaling it. To my surprise, he said it was 1080p. In some case that was upscaled, which surprised me. Others, it was low. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. But this is what people are not listening to. And it is what it is. They want to lock on to like, oh, it almost runs at a lock 60. Keyword almost runs. I'm like, my guy,
let me ask you
700. It should run at a lock 60.
What is the Xbox Series X major resolution? It's 1440p,
44. Yeah.
Okay. 40p. What does the upscaler in it produce?
4K.
4K.
There you go. You don't never see 1440p hit your TV.
No.
They're
getting ready to push that now, though. They're pushing that with PC.
I'm saying it's hardware, right?
Yeah.
So it's like your TV. You buy a 4K TV, you never see 1080p on it. If it receives it,
then so be it. Right.
Here's one thing about the S.
Accept the 1080p, but on your screen, it's trying to produce a 4K image.
Because of the fact that
thing about the S.
Guys, let me finish. This is what they're trying to do and trick you into thinking these band-aids for AI. Oh, it's the future. How would you know? You make games?
All it is a crutch for terrible game.
It's a crutch
optimization. That's all it is.
It's all been an excuse and a crutch for bad optimization. That comes
you got it, bro. Go ahead, X-Men.
You go next.
I wasn't saying nothing really.
No, you got
it. Point about the S. You mentioned the S, everybody, and there's one thing that the S does that a lot of people don't talk about. It automatically does HDR. Automatically does HDR. When HDR first came out, how much power we needed to start doing HDR? It's not a thing anymore with the S. It runs it natively and in game.
Well, that came from the X. That came from the 1X.
Right.
And the Pro.
From the 1X. Yeah.
Right.
I was
So
like, that started
every
that.
time my TV comes on
Auto
with the S,
HDR,
every
pushing
time my
games to
TV comes
120.
on with the S, the TV always showed HDR. When it went into a game, it flashed in HDR. I was like, damn, this little thing kind of powerful. So come on with all that knock
But-
about that S can't do nothing.
Listen, but it's not even. I ain't gonna even answer that because that's
Oh,
Just,
we know.
you're just preaching to the choir at that point. You're arguing with the internet. The internet's
right.
really
I don't even,
No, you
I
ain't
don't even
worship-
get involved with that.
I'm arguing with TikTok brain. We call that TikTok brain.
Yeah, no, that's how people are. Like people are.
But
Okay.
I like to buy hardware, right? Because it's not brute forcing anything. I spend the hardware and I want it to do this. Don't give me AI.
You want the top tier. You know what it is? You want the top tier because you want the best performance. That's all.
Right.
And the thing is, though,
and AI is not cutting it.
Right.
Because every time they introduce some AI shit, there's another problem around the corner.
just picture like this:
It's
the
always
4090 is more than capable of running every single game out here at 4K Ultra. You know the problem is though, again, it can't do it because the game's being terribly optimized. And people will go, "Oh, no, PC's a ripoff." No, developers are being incompetent, and it's not just on PC gaming; it's on both sides. You're seeing this in console gaming.
That's right.
That's why 60 FPS is no longer a thing. That's why they push you more on the graphic side of things. And the reason why they do this for console dudes, because a lot of console dudes just bend the knee. They don't stand on principle. They don't stand on business. This is why dudes just accept pretty bit. Like, I'll give you a good example of this. And y'all know how much I love Insomniac. Y'all know how much I love Spider-Man. Do y'all remember when we first saw the gameplay? I know X remembered it because I was on Twitter. He saw my post. But the first thing I said about Spider-Man 2 in the gameplay, I said, damn, look at the improvements. Look at how dope this gameplay. I've seen this is. What was people saying, X-Men? Oh, it looks dated. It doesn't look that good. Insomniac or hacks. I'm like,
it looks about the same. I'm like,
bruh, you do realize it's not polished, right? Number one, this is pre-alpha. They're just showing you what the game can do, how fast the game is.
Right.
Nobody talked about that. They waited to the final trailer, and all of a sudden they want to glaze it because they added all the extra, the shiny stuff to it. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is why console gaming is cooked to an extent in regards of ever going above and beyond to give you what we need as performance. People
That's
think
because you have brain dead idiots who will just buy whatever that they're told by whoever.
Yeah, like
I wouldn't even call them idiots. You know what they are? They're people who don't know tech and just try to keep talking it.
Yeah.
And giving you the buzzwords that they
No. But what I'm saying that makes them brain dead is the fact that
no, but it's not brain dead. It's just lack of knowledge, bro.
I was like, no, the fact is that they want to. I was like, if you show two people the same image and you see one before you see the second one, and the second one that said, oh, and this. We have all this. They're gonna say the second one's better. Why? Because they're just like, oh, those words are great things. They could be the same damn picture, but because of the fact that say, oh, these have fancy words, that must be the better one. No.
Let me address somebody in the chat that's talking about Big Cloud. First of all, let me say this here, Verge. Good to have you here. He is a permanent member on the panel. He shows up when he wants to. I don't know what else to tell you. He said make you permanent. He is on the panel. He's in the same chat we all are in. When he shows up. The man is busy. I don't know what to tell you, but he's
the man doesn't even confirm if he's gonna be there or not. He just shows up and we're just like, oh, there's Big Cloud.
He's here. Yo, listen. Your energy's needed, Big Cloud.
Yeah, I usually go trouble in the house.
Make him permanent.
I'll be like, trouble in the house. We got
shout out to Verge. You know what it is? Verge missed. Verge misses me taking over Fridays. RGT, that's what he missed. I don't do podcasts anymore.
Yo, Verge is a real one though. I was like, the support from Verge is something else. I was like, I always love whenever he.
And I didn't mean to say he showed when he wants to. He showed when he's available. Let me say that.
No, he shows.
No. He shows up when he wants to. He shows up when he wants to.
You know, I had to clean it up on my end. I'm like, these guys in the
I was like, no, you're right. You're right. He's like, you know what? I got 15 minutes to spare. Let me just slide on here real quick.
It'd be like, I'll show up. Let me finish eating this plate of food.
That's right. That's a fact. God damn, you got dudes coming for me in my own chat. I ain't do nothing. I ain't do shit. Yo, be here every week, goddamn. I don't know. You gonna get me lynched. Listen, man, let's get to the last topic, man.
Got a mic, is this? This is a Rode Procaster.
I've seen that mic before. That's a good mic.
It's the one I'm using.
Yep.
No, you got the podcaster. You got the procaster.
Yeah, that. Oh, wait, whoa.
It's the actual interview mic, yeah?
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah, it's the actual interview.
And his mic is all black. Yours pink.
Mine's is
Oh,
not pink. The color's off. Yo, HDR is off. This is red. Everything's
It's
black
red.
and red here. Yeah, shut your ass up. Yo, look.
Nah,
look,
it's
and I
all
got-
right.
and-
It's
look,
the old.
Yeah,
Yo,
look,
they
look,
need
look.
to take. You need to get your
I'm
new
about to get petty.
prescriptions over
Yeah,
there,
look,
old man. Your
buddy.
vision's going out
And
again.
I got the limited edition black and red version of B&H, sucker.
Oh, you went with that one. Oh man, he's
Yeah.
nice for that.
I just put this on it so when I'm smoking my cigars, I don't mess up my regular mic.
Yeah, usually
that's
this would be
understandable.
on an arm, but the damn clamp for my arm fucking broke off. So
Yeah, that's why I just use a stand.
there you go. That came off.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a stand. He's out here freestyling like Prince.
I mean, you know, let him cook.
Hey,
Let him
4GQ. Look at 4GQ over there messing with you, man.
Yo, shut your ass up. You shut up, clowns.
Shout out the clouds.
Shut your ass up.
But no,
Bro, whatever, man. Yo, listen, let's get to this last topic, man. This is inevitable. Steam on Xbox. This was crazy. You see the big blow up. You don't see nobody else. Listen, then
that's
they
the-
end up taking.
that's the future, buddy.
Yeah, that's the future. But you know, some people was like, how can they do that? You got all these raw allies, all these portable handhelds, games as optimized for them little things. You definitely could do it on a console.
And how
I'm
many?
gonna start with you, Bet. Hold on, bloody. Breathe.
I did breathe.
Anxious, boy.
Let BitCloud go. He ain't been here. Jesus.
He had
Oh,
5
man.
months. I'm making up for lost time. Damn it.
Hey,
motherfucker,
do something
motherfucker, you
never do
got more months to go.
Bloody, do something you never do often.
You got
Why
more
don't you
months to go.
Mute for a little while. Mute for a little while. Look like you talking to yourself. You be all right.
Oh wow.
Oh, I don't want to hear about talking to yourself there, old man. That's all you do in your the geriatric home.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Back in my day, they had medication for that. Back in
Little
my
do we
day,
know that
was
he has a
medication.
mirror on the other side, so it feels like there's another person in the room.
Can I go to BitCloud now, you two idiots? Y'all don't mind, right? You know, we
what
got
do
a
you
show.
think? Should we let him go? Bloody, should we let him go, man?
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah, let's let him go.
Well, Steam has showed up on the Xbox dashboard, and they immediately took it down. Somebody made an error, or you know how it works. Or we're gonna put it out here and see, get a reaction. So, what did you think about this? And this is gonna be crazy if they doing it in the next console.
Oh yeah, it's called the hybrid console that we talked about. What these consoles need to be: hybrid consoles. Everything merged in one for convenience, simplicity. Those that want to upgrade, guess what? All their stuff carries what? Over to the next
Facts.
thing. And guess what? You have a seamless transition to a better platform if you want it in regards to performance. That's if you want the performance and all that stuff. Or you can sit in what you're comfortable with, which is in console gaming. This is the conversation me and you have had multiple times. Bloody, you especially know we've had this conversation before multiple times.
Yes, sir.
Had this with Super G, obviously X-Men. Everybody, we've had this conversation. This is what console gaming needs to evolve. Keyword evolve into. Why? Because console gaming, console sales are, well, I don't want to say stagnant, but they have a ceiling, right? They start off great. You see these crazy numbers like, oh, it's outperforming PS4 or PS3. You know, PS2 in certain times. And then guess what? It always reaches the same brick wall. If you think PS5 is going to outdo PS4 sales, I doubt it. I don't think it's going to outdo PS4 sales as a whole. I don't even think it's going to get close to PS4 sales, excuse me. But I don't think it's going to get close to PS2 sales at this point. I think it might get up there. You know, it might get up, but it's not going to get to those crazy numbers. So when you look at this, and also, yeah, I throw into another thing too, Steam. And that's the big thing to take away from obviously Steam. Most of the sales for all these games have been on what, ladies and gentlemen? Steam.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. I had a bunch of frauds get exposed. I'm not gonna name them, but they got exposed. They were sitting trying to say the data's raw. Matt Piscatella's lying. A certain retarded form also got caught lying, trying to say, oh, they're cherry picking news. No, idiots. No, that's the numbers. The numbers don't lie. You idiots lie, but numbers don't lie. This is why I said PlayStation has a problem, and the problem is bigger than what you think. The problem is a lot of people who talk about it, but don't be about it in regards to buying and supporting what they run their mouths about. That's why Steam has single-handedly carried this generation as a whole. Over majority of the sales for Monster Hunter were Steam. You can say the same thing about all the other games. You can throw Resident Evil, all that stuff. It's all on Steam.
Hey, 8-Bit, wasn't there a first-party game that came from PlayStation that was heavily carried by PC?
Did he call you 8-Bit?
He did.
All right, BitCloud, my bad.
I don't know where
That's my bad.
I'm saying that's like Shrek 2, man. You better.
I know.
Wow,
that's wrong. I'm very.
You better get a diss track right here with this mic, but what's up?
He said 8-Bit.
Don't worry, BitCloud. I got bars for everybody. It's all good.
But no, while you saying that, let me ask something that we talked about. Live, I see you, and my boy P Love just rolled in the building. Yeah, let me say this. Let me ask you. I was saying, I brought up the history about Steam and how it was being rejected by most of the PC community because they didn't want to adapt to an idea of going one place, DRM, buying games, and now look, it's the holy saving grail for PC.
Yep.
I was done.
Like it's.
Remember those days, right? When everybody was anti-Steam until when it hit, and then it took off, and now look.
You know what it is too, though. You're not even just locked into that storefront in terms of buying the games. You have multiple ways to still get the games and have them added to your Steam library. You can go to CD Keys to get games on discounts, even more discount if possible.
I do all the time.
Yeah, people think you are locked to Steam. You're not locked strictly to Steam, and that's the freedom behind PC.
Realize that you can add non-Steam games to your Steam library.
Yep.
Yeah,
that if you have it on your PC.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, this is the thing. See,
like with my ROG Ally, I could do the same thing.
See, that's the thing, though. Like the idiot
account is connected to Steam. My iRacing account is connected to Steam, and I love it.
Yeah, no. And it's crazy. Like it's really, really funny because the last time we talked about Steam, aside from these hybrid consoles, was login requirements. Yeah, I remember dudes was trying to say that the PC community is gonna bow to PlayStation to sign in. What do we say, ladies? What do we say, Bloody?
Nope.
Hey, never gonna happen. They called us crazy. That shit got overturned. They got benefit. I was like, bro, this is what I'm talking about. Like, dudes don't understand how much power you got if you fucking use it. Dudes don't want to use it. They want to accept mediocrity. They want to damage control. They want to come at me, any other gamer who calls out a problem. They want to say that we're not gamers, even though my PSN shits on 90% of them. I'm not gonna bring that up. All this dumb shit. We deal with this shit on a daily basis. This is how pathetic the generation's been. This is how pathetic everything's been. And you can't really, there's really no fix, I guess you can say. So when I'm seeing this hybrid console, it's like, dog, everything that we've been talking about, all the leaks, all the sales, the data, you know what I'm saying? Concurrent players, all that shit. It's like, dude, it just screams. Listen, Helldivers 2 is
That's what I was talking about earlier.
But, well, here's what I was going to say with that. Because somebody made a forum about me on Icon. I don't know if he told you, Bloody, but somebody made a forum about me on Icon. He was like, oh, this guy BitCloud thinks that Sony not making resistance and blah, blah, blah is Sony being creatively not there.
I don't know what he did, Jago.
My thing, well,
no, I think he turned off the camera.
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat.
But I'm like, yo, he's like, they said, he's like, oh, BitCloud said this about like, oh, they're not being creative freedom. But it's like, look at the sales. I'm like, my guy, you're comparing sales on a platform that, number one, struggled with all this first-party games when it first dropped, and that was PlayStation 3. All those games were struggling, not just the first party, all the third party as well. Why? Because who was the market leader for majority of the PS3 gen? Microsoft. The 360 was the platform to get. So you're comparing that to this. If we're talking about now, where the golden opportunity that we have now with a open platform that is PC, that is open, that literally showed in record time how many cells you can get. I don't know what X-Men is doing. Somebody get that man some damn water. But That's why he muted it. But anyway, no, when you see this and you see these crazy numbers, bro, it's like any game can blow up given the proper opportunity on Steam. Resistance could be massive if it was day and date in PC with consoleless. Killzone,
And that's what
could be
happened with
massive.
Helldivers.
Yeah, SOCOM could be massive with day and date
Yup.
released in PC. Like they don't understand that this is how everything has gone.
And
Everything's open.
to add to that, BitCloud, I was like, who was the first company to realize that when you properly support the PC market with those games, whether it's on console or PC day and date, and you allow those two to interact, how much of a boost it could do to your numbers?
You know, they call us
So
crazy.
X-Men's not talking, chat.
You need some milk.
I was
No, he's good, but
Blah blah
Jay-
blah
Jay-
blah 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 blah
Jago's
blah blah
like
blah.
infatuated. Where he go? He has no sound.
Where did he go?
yeah.
He wasn't
But
talking.
BitCloud,
What's up?
did we not see that with
Bro, we
with
saw
Xbox
that.
and Microsoft?
Yeah, no, we
No.
saw it. We saw more growth in the long run. You know, more options. And
Exactly.
that's the thing. And they're telling you this every single day, especially in these boring. Like people are trying to interpret it their own definition off of what was said. But it's like you fail to realize all the guys, the original founding members of PlayStation, and also the guys who were against opening it. Like, you gotta understand, if Shuhei Yoshida, Jack Tritton, Sean Layton, Adam Boyes, Andrew House, and everybody and so forth were still with the company with Ken Kutaragi, do you really think you would have all this change that's happened with PlayStation? No. No. You would still have it be one set focus, right? Well, what they knew, which was single player releases and whatnot. Now that every single person has either retired or is gone, you have the suits have taken over, and they want that multi-plat approach. They want that big profit margin. See, the thing is, people bring up console sales. People keep bringing up console sales. Yes, console sales are important to Sony for sure. But what do they make their
But
money?
that's not the defining
Yeah,
factor anymore.
what they make their money the most?
Everybody
to?
makes their money on software.
Software.
Software. When we look at the attachment rate to their first party exclusives, is it really at an all-time high, or is it damn near at a low at this point? When you got games that can barely do 5, 3, 4.
It's low.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Dude's hyping up Sorrows. Return only did 1.5 million.
And initially it was 500,000.
It was like 600,000-700,000
from months. I bought it day one. The game is hard as hell.
And it went to PC and they made more money when it finally.
Yo, my
went to
man,
PC.
what's good? Tarzan in the building. What's good?
So the thing about PC, it did okay. It didn't do like the God of War crazy numbers. You know what I mean, the reason why, again, that game was a tough sell because, again, they're asking for top dollar for it. You know what I mean? This is an old game. It was already in the bargain bin on PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? So this is during the transition where PC gamers are, are getting the games, right? But they're still like, damn, I thought you were going to give, you know what I mean, more of a discount on this. Why would we pay top dollar for something we could get right now if we had a console and play that on? That's why a lot of people
PC gamers can wait. That's the thing.
They got no problem waiting. They got no problem waiting. They did it with Spider-Man. They did it for all this stuff. And they're going to do it for GTA. It's the same thing. But the thing is, though, people might be saying, oh, we got GTA for life type of thing. This is the last time you'll ever see GTA. We can mark my word because I believe it in my bones. This will be the last GTA that ever launches exclusive the way it has with consoles, where PC gamers will have to wait. This is the last time you'll see this. They've already spoken about the potential growth in PC. They've already talked about it. It's done. So many walls have crumbled.
Here's the thing, though. I want to add on to this because Cygnus wants to bring this up in the chat, and obviously I don't think he grasped what you're talking about, BitCloud. It is on topic.
Steam on Xbox. All right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that it's going back to this aspect of that console sales and everything else is like the focus that everyone wants to do. It's that yes, console sales could lead to potential software,
but the reality is not
seeing within that one ecosystem the numbers to justify. There is a reason why you would go to another platform.
Yep.
I always mention this. How many times is that God of War, probably one of the biggest games and draws for PlayStation, hit what? 10 million, 12 million. I can't remember where the first one for the remake was, where it ended. But how many years did
ended
it
up at
take to
20
get to
million.
that point? It took about 2 to 3 years, if not more, to hit 10% of an attachment rate of the overall console sales at the time. When you have over 100 million console sales and you're barely able to get 10% within 3 years, there is an issue. But when you can hit that number within a couple months because you have multiple platforms, that's more of an investment and an overall return compared to an extended period. Because guess what?
Well,
Over those 3 years,
hold
that
on.
may turn into
I
something
thought
close to
X-Men really
50
grabbed
or
the real
20 million.
guitar. Man, you don't put that shit down. I thought he
So
grabbed the
listen,
legit guitar.
let me say this.
That's
Let me
fire
say
though.
this.
That bring me back.
I don't like.
Bring me back.
I
don't
still
like
play
that.
Rock Band, buddy.
Hold on, let me finish. I do not like the percentage attachment rate stuff.
Exactly.
No, hold on, because selling 10 million, 20 million is great. But that don't mean
I'm using facts and numbers.
Hold on, let me hold
Or
on.
shut up.
Hold on. Breathe. Hold on. I'll let you go. I'll let you go, but you're gonna breathe. Listen to what I'm saying. Having 100 million consoles out there don't mean you're supposed to sell 50 million God of Wars, because every game is not for everybody. Having that amount of people means you make money across many games, not just one. So selling 20 million is still a lot. I mean, let's not make it look like, but your attachment rate, everything is not. Halo and Mario attachment rate to the systems is usually 1-for-1.
I mean,
God of War is not a 1-for-1 game.
Evidently, though, you're gonna have to look at the reality situation. You're gonna have to look at what we got the generation.
And that's
right?
what I'm saying is that while console sales matter, it also really does it in the long term, because if there's not enough people playing it on that one ecosystem, because when you're talking consoles, you're talking one ecosystem. If the numbers are not there, how do you bring in more? How do you grow an investment in that? How do you return money? You open to another platform. That is the reality that people do not want to understand. So this opening on the hybridization of consoles, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
We already see
you have Game
like you mentioned,
Pass.
with the PC handhelds. We saw it with the Switch. The Switch is what? A home console and a handheld at the same time. We saw the ROG Ally, the Legion Go, the Steam Deck. All those are mobile
Nintendo's credit, though,
PCs that you can take on the go. But what do? They support PC gaming on the go. So now we're going to see those consoles be more like hybrid console PCs that they were meant to be. They will have dedicated hardware with their own UI that support, because it's all internally made, but they are going to support another program and another storefront because they're going to be part PC. We already see that with these consoles, because guess what? You can jailbreak them and use emulation. You can use web browsers already on the consoles to emulate and play other games. This is just doing it in a more official capacity with the capabilities that are already there. That is the reality people need to understand.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What the fuck does this have to do with?
Right.
I literally brought up hybrid consoles, and that's all this conversation's about. It's a reality, and it is a point of contention because it's the future. It's where everything has been evolving to.
Lem, you can't deny the future.
You
can't deny the future.
I'm not. I'm saying I just wanted to know the impact we was gonna see on the next Xbox.
And that's what I said, is that this coming in was going to happen because we already see it capable there. It's just happening in an official capacity, and it's great. We already see that there's games on PC that support inputs from other consoles.
Another thing to that point too. So as beneficial as this would be to the gamer, especially for simplicity and ease of access and everything of nature, just a simple, I guess selling you the ecosystem type of conversation, right? As cool as it would be to do all this, a lot of people are kind of fearful about it because they're like, oh, if this fails, then they're like, oh, Xbox hardware is done. Xbox hardware is not going anywhere. I'm just be honest with you. Even if they don't sell the insane numbers that you guys want them to. Like they don't sell the 360 type of numbers. They're fine even if they sell 30 million consoles. It's not really about tethering you strictly. Even Phil Spencer said, we're not necessarily trying to bring people here. We're just offering you choices to play your games. If you want the console, we'll sell you, premium consoles if we need them. You have your consoles there to buy those. If you want the entry level ones, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be another S equivalent in some capacity. If not, then it's going to be a premium console. But they'll sell you that, and then you'll have the other option, which because everything's going to be seamless in there, which they showed in the picture, right? The ecosystem where you'll have the PC. So you have multiple ways for you to play. And what's even more cool about this is the fact that your entire library, everything you spent your money on, is carrying over. That's the other big plus. And
yes,
I expect Sony to do something like this as well, because it just needs to happen. This is beneficial to not just the console gamer. It's not just beneficial to the PC gamer. It's just beneficial, for everybody, because people might say they're not going to get into PC gaming now, right? Bloody, you already know this, especially. They'll say this now, but who's to say what's going to happen in the next 5 years? You know what I mean? They might consider it. Guess what? When you eventually decide to jump, everything's already there waiting for you. All you got to do is just look for what you want out of PC gaming. Do you want a beefy rig to do this, that, and the third? Do you want a mid-entry type of rig that can do high settings? You have options in that too. But there's a lot of avenues to that. And people, again, y'all already know, but I'm not going to bore you because you know how PC gaming is. There's an entry-level point for everything. But the coolest thing about PC gaming is you don't have to get the top of the line anything to get the one thing that you are most certainly entitled to, and that is high performance. You don't need to do that. So people need to understand that, it's just a different time. We used to argue about consoles, all that shit, last gen before, but it's come to an end, man. We've lost too many studios. We lost too much. We lost way too many fucking studios. Yeah,
we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
we lost way too many fucking studios. We lost way too many developers, which again could be making games for you. You know what I'm saying? Games have unfortunately come out that have failed and resulted in studio closures. You know what I mean? It's insane. It's something you might laugh at shit like that on social media, but that piss off people like me, Lim, and everybody. Why? Because we talk to these devs. We know the process.
That's what Bloody said.
Yeah, we know
earlier.
We know these developers. We chill with a lot of them. I'm cool with a lot of developers. I don't divulge. I just chill. You know what I mean? Because I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? They know us. They know what we do. They know we just what we do is just we just spread the gospel.
Yep.
They make the magic. You feel me? You feel me? They make the magic that make you want to press that power button once you're on your console. And to see the people who make the magic disappear is like, I hate seeing shit like that.
And I hate people laughing at that on Twitter.
Yeah,
anyone who laughs at someone else
losing their job,
especially when you're seeing all this talent, especially talent that's been around for decades, have to close up shop, and many people uncertain about what they're going to do next. Anyone who celebrates that is a piece of scum.
Come on, man. We lost Ted Price from Insomniac. This dude was literally a part of your childhood. He's no longer with Insomniac. You know what I'm saying? Evan Wells, he was a founding member of Naughty Dog. He gone. People need to understand, dog, time is fucking, bro. I'm telling you right now, time is precious. Number one for a lot of us, but we ain't got that much, and you got to understand what you get out of that time. Gaming in general, bro, it's in a scary place right now. I have never seen this amount of studio drops in a very, very long time, especially for a year. You know what I'm saying? I had never seen no shit like that before in my life. And dudes like, oh, be excited, another studio is being made. It's like, bro, after the track record that we know of, what are the odds of us seeing a game from that studio? At this rate,
right?
And that's the scary part. And that's not me trying to be funny. That's the scary part. It's the reality.
I mentioned that earlier too. Is that I'm always happy to see a new studio start, but I want to actually see something from them because we know the track record. Because I mentioned that too. Is that PlayStation's notorious for cutting projects, teams, and everything else sometimes before they get anything out, and it sucks because you don't want to see that happen to a team.
Bro, we saw Wolverine back when the PS5 was revealed, like a year after the PS5 was revealed. Still ain't got no gameplay for that, aside from what was unfortunately leaked on the internet. But people are getting restless on that. It's like, listen,
I'm gonna say this:
it ain't coming out.
Leaked gameplay was not impressive. I was like, please let it cook, because I was like,
That's like the concepts that was shown. I was like, okay, I can see what they're doing. They're doing some brutal
Didn't
shit,
the same
but,
thing
like,
happen to GTA and the team with everything that happened with 6 when all that got leaked early and everything else?
they were
Multiple
showing
times.
like they were showing like pre-alpha shit of like how you can rob banks or rob registers and people like shit like that. Like it looks, shit like that look cool. But people are like, oh, it looks like GTA 5. Like dumbass, it ain't done. It's not finished. It's not done being cooked.
They got all that information from a YouTube downgraded video feed.
It's like, bro, come on, stop. It's not
So,
done.
X-Men, let me get your point on this Steam to Xbox situation, and feel free to say what you got to say, bro.
All right, this is gonna be awesome. Steam to the
Wow,
next
this dude was
generation
toting his own
Xbox.
horn.
Oh yeah, Steam to the next console, or if they find some way to put it in the X or the S, will be a perfect fit because they both have cloud saves. So you'll be able to go from Steam to Xbox. And the one good thing that I hope they include is if you can download the game native to your Xbox.
Yeah, like
So
they
all you
converted.
do is
like,
go to
library.
the game in
Yeah.
your game list. It'll launch right from the app that they have if they have an app, and you go right to the game.
So
you
kind of
can
like
play
PlayStation Home, like it'll be right there. That you just hit
something
drag,
like that.
drag and drop play.
It's like Game Pass.
Yeah,
It's PC and Xbox. So if they can do that, since they have cloud save, you don't have to put it in your memory card, because the Steam games, you don't have to put that in your memory card because they automatically have cloud save for the game across multiple universe. So that way, if you go to your ROG Ally, and if you go to Steam to play the game, or whether you play it on your Xbox, you're gonna have all your game save in one location. And that's gonna be sweet, and that's a game changer.
Yeah, you
right
were
there.
asking
Everything
the
in
last
one.
show, you and Lim, y'all were asking about like where these Activision games are now with this leak and everything going around with this. Do y'all think that that's probably a reason why we haven't heard much about that? Like they're converting all that, getting it ready for this type of thing? You think?
I believe that.
That sounds like a good possibility.
Because it'll make sense. Because remember, they were giving you updates every month, right? You would get like 2 games every month, 3 games, something like that, and then it just like abruptly stopped. Yeah. So I feel
sometimes
like
it was more than that.
Right. I feel like low key, it's like they're getting ready to do it all in one big like drop. You know what I mean? Like not shadow drop, but one big drop when they announce the integration or what they do that. Like, hey guys, by the way, all the games you guys got, whether it's disc or whatever, has been converted to digital download. Boom. It's right here. Just hit play.
And you know what? To add on to that bit, Cloud, is like people sometimes they don't want to listen to what's being said, or they try to twist it. Because even Phil himself has said that they want to look into ways to support game preservation. They want to find ways to do it officially through emulation, other ways. And you look at the fact that wasn't there just talks about how there's an actual way to play delisted 360 games doing emulation that is still supported because they still exist within the database. They're just no longer able to be sold, but the games are still there. So the fact is that they see what's being done by others. They want to be able to do that officially in other capacities, while they may not be able to sell it or find other ways to be able to access that content. So there's ways that are being done, and to do that, who's the one that's doing that kind of activity? Who's supporting that especially is PC. You got to look at the fact that the capabilities of what is there, what they want to do, and where it can go next. That's why these hybridizations is just bound to happen. I was like, but to have the ability and the choice on how you want to attract that is what needs to happen. Like you mentioned earlier, is that some people don't want to be PC, right? I was one of those hardcore, I'm not a PC person. But little over time, you had companies like Humble Bundle that said, hey, here's a whole bunch of games that you can get for like $5. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll do it. I'm never going to play them. But guess what?
Why we bringing up Humble Bundle?
I started doing more games on
Listen,
I played
Bloody,
and I got to finish.
Please let Sir X-Men go. He was
Thank
quiet.
You.
Please.
I thought Big Cloud was saying something. I was talking to him. My bad. All right. Why am I getting yelled at when I was talking? I was
I'm
talking
not
to
yelling
what
at you.
Big
I
Cloud
just want
said.
you to shut your ass up for a second. Let the old man talk. Because you don't
Bruh,
stop.
I was responding to him. I didn't know that it was X-Men. My bad shit.
Look at X-Men.
You know, I'm gonna just
X-Men,
mute
come on,
myself for the
man.
rest of the show. It's fine.
These children, I
No,
tell you,
I don't
man.
want you to. Children, I'm trying to get you to
Not
talk.
you,
said-
him.
Go ahead, man.
Children,
Go ahead, because this is the last topic, man. Wow.
Yeah, I still didn't get a chance to finish that one. But like I'm saying, this would be a big leap. You know how many games that I have on Steam that I would love to have on my Xbox? You know, games that I cherish that are on Steam. You know, and for that, there's a lot of people that get games on. You know, you'd be able to play Counter-Strike on your Xbox. You know how big that is? One of the biggest shooters still out there.
You don't play no damn Counter-Strike. Show ass up.
I don't play Counter-Strike, but a lot of my friends do. Okay, but I'm giving an example. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That would be so huge. Shut up. You just trying to mess with me. I know you would. But that would be huge to play that over there.
That's what she said.
I'm sick, man.
I'm not touching that one either.
Live sick, man. That's all I gotta say. He's sick.
That's just an example of some games that are on Steam that people can just go home, sit on their couch, and just, okay, let me launch some of my Steam games. I ain't got to go to the PC and do all this and work the controller. And the Xbox does do good with mouse and keyboard. It has that ability. So it's a perfect match. Plus, if you can bind your keys with Xbox if it's on Steam, because it gives you the ability to bind your keys for that specific game. That would be sick. So it's like one ecosystem to rule them all, and that's the advantage right there.
So would you just go back to you for a second? So you know, like the Steam Deck has the docking thing where you can dock it to your PC. Have a link there, have it linked to your PC, your account. Do you think Microsoft would do something similar with the Xbox? Have it linked, something like that, like work.
Well, the main Xbox is going to be a bigger it's going to be a full console.
Well, obviously,
that's
we know
the
it's
portable you're talking about.
No, well, actually, no, it's a good point. Yeah, no, I would say that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the portables.
I got a question to all three of y'all. None of y'all said anything about achievements.
I mean, I said everything.
No, you're not gonna have any. You're not gonna have any.
If a Steam game comes out, Steve. Well, we don't know because you say so much shit.
Right.
Get him.
Let me finish a thought.
Steam had this enough for the months you've been missing. God damn it! Yeah, but I'm saying
Steam has its own achievement network.
What I'm saying is
because that's what I was about to mention when Big Kyle talked about the PC being able to be converted
here we go.
over.
He's about to run.
let me jump off of that right there. So with their partnership done, because clearly this is a partnership with Microsoft and of course Steam, it would be pretty cool if you can get double achievements or give that type of incentive.
Steam and Xbox.
But that would actually be cool type of thing. Or they'll probably have a certain requirement to unlock the Xbox side of it. You know what I mean? Like if you buy the Xbox ecosystem, like you need the Xbox box to get the Xbox achievements for one, right? And then like for Steam, the only thing they'll ask you is to verify your Steam account and have that be there. And then it'll be like a separate folder for Steam account trophies, period.
Correct.
And then like you launch the app, you know what I mean? The specific app, the Steam variant of that, because obviously it's going to be two different variants. It'll see Xbox One, have the Xbox logo, and then you'll go to the Steam library folder and you'll have Steam icons on them for the games, and you click those and you get those, and then those won't necessarily obviously you won't unlock them on the box. They'll be transferred, you know what I mean, to your Steam account. They'll show the pop that you got it, but it will be linked and tethered to your account. I can see something like that. If
and underneath your name underneath your name, Big Cloud, it'll show where you're playing it. If you like it does if you're playing on PC, or if it does where you're playing
right,
on
a reverse thing, right?
Right. So it'll be a Steam there showing you're playing this certain game on Steam.
Yeah, they're doing that with PlayStation. They show now it'll legit just says PC. It won't say Steam, but it will say PC if you're playing the PC variant of a game. I think honestly
Xbox
it makes
does
sense.
that too
Right.
when you're playing a game on Game Pass, or even if you're playing a Steam game, it'll say you're playing it. It doesn't say Steam, but it says you're playing this certain game on PC. Right.
Yeah.
But bad part is it doesn't say where you're playing it. It just says,
That
now
makes
they'll have
sense,
the
though.
ability to say
Right.
that you're playing it on Steam.
Right. They'll advertise it. They'll like say last played let's say LA Noire on Steam yesterday or something like that. It'll say like that. It'll explain it, give you more context. But yeah, no,
right.
It's exciting.
Let Bloodies take us to the house so we can get out of here.
We're
gonna be about 45 minutes, everybody. So let's go.
Don't worry, I got my finger on the mute button. I'm waiting.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Bloody. No, you taking us home. You're gonna talk about achievements, Satan rings. Then you're gonna go off and talk about Jupiter's Mars. Then you're gonna go and talk about what you had dinner yesterday. Go ahead,
you can unmute now. You have free reign.
Go ahead, Bloody. And in your
I don't know. Am I allowed to go? Am I?
Yeah. We're gonna let you go first, and then you're gonna do your outro where we can't find you is on Dragon's Den.
Right.
Go ahead, son. Take it away.
Now, anyway.
Well,
But
away, bro.
no,
Lord help
I was like, Big Club brought it up. Is that we already know that a lot of PC games support inputs and a lot of external controllers and things like that. We know that there's games that are on PC that are available on both Windows Store or through Xbox's PC store, and then on Steam as well. So if they're able to have that hybridization on being able to play which version, it would potentially allow for a lot of those games that are on PC to have Xbox achievements, even if they're not necessarily directly native to Xbox. But if there aren't, then it would be more focused on the fact of you'd be able to use the controller, the inputs, and play the Steam version while it's just being supported by the console's hardware, while not necessarily having a native. But we know that a lot of PC apps have that x86 and using the newer programming that should make them transferable between PC and Xbox. So this could potentially help open up that door to have a lot more easier transferable options in the future as well. I was like, which would then allow a much larger catalog of games to be accessible that can help to support potentially achievements, which a lot of us, some of us anyways, really like to go for. We have our one super, achievement hunter and fucking everything else who's not here right now with PK, and then, me behind. I was like, but for people like us that like to go for that stuff, that would be a very unique way to get around it.
You say PK in front behind?
My man.
I said, and me behind.
Nope.
Cold.
We're gonna nope.
Pause.
We're gonna go with my boy 8-bit. Like
8-bit.
He likes
that's why I said big. I corrected myself, sir. You calm down.
You didn't catch it fast enough, my friend.
Sorry. Lord. Messy.
He's catching it from behind. He just said it.
I know, right?
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. You're a tech guy.
Somebody's going to clip that.
Me and Lemon are blue collar guys, right? So when you say something wrong, we going to catch it fast.
Don't let the geriatric man stay up too late. He's over here talking all sorts of shit.
Right, Lemon?
Thank you, Jacob. Pause.
Hey, pause. Somebody needs to put this man back to sleep. He needs his meds.
With extra cheese and pickles.
Hold the pickles.
Something. Somebody get that man some holy water.
Wow.
He done.
All right, Bloody. Where can they find you?
We're gonna find
him. We made him speechless. You know how hard that is to make Bloody speechless.
He caught him mid-sentence.
Whatever he just ate made him speechless. What was that? What are you?
But I'm doing a G. I was snacking, bro.
Okay.
Unless you want to hear me crunching in the mic.
We heard you crunching.
We gotta send him a whole crate of that, Lemon. Send him a whole crate.
Where can we find you, bloody?
I mean, stop.
And they can find me all over the place. They can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Blue Sky, all at Bloody Nux, and of course over on YouTube and Twitch. I know it hasn't been active the past couple months, but hopefully that's going to change here soon. But I have stuff that I'm going to be working on. Of course, they can find me live at some of the events that we got. So there will be content coming here in the future. But of course, they can also find me here every Saturday with you guys now that I'm back. And hopefully for good, at least for a while until I'm back home. Until then, I was like, you already know what it is.
And people in the chat, man, let me know how the stream came across you guys sound-wise. Somebody told me I sound lower. I lowered my voice because the dude came in hating and said, yo, your mic was louder than everybody else's.
He's the motherfucking host. Of course his mouth can be louder than us. He got to make his point.
But it's not intentional, but they could have said that in the chat during the show. They waited till the show was over and said it 2 days later.
Yeah, nah, that's right. When people do that.
Right, like
bro,
if you want on the show, I'll just make an adjustment. It's just advanced over here.
We're all pros here. We all have a thing called a cash.
Right.
Right. You just slide them down.
Just slide it.
Boss.
All Diddy, baby all special.
I'm not touching that.
Big Cloud, where can we find you, bro?
You already know. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Dragon Den here. You can find me, my obviously my channel. You can find me, Lords of Gaming, IGN.
You didn't assassinate nobody this week.
Nah, I've been gaming. They assassinated themselves. They assassinated themselves.
Yeah. A lot of times, yeah, you right.
Listen, when you saw you got dudes like Zoo be destroying themselves as fake insiders. Like, come on, man. I ain't gotta say what.
Big Clyde just told y'all he ain't got no time for y'all in the man field because he's too busy gaming, unlike you fake mofos. That's it.
There you go. I'm gonna get this down. Dark Souls 1. I'm trying to get that done. Hopefully I can get it done this weekend and be done like platinum.
You gonna try to platinum?
Yeah, I'm almost. We almost there. We getting there, but that's what I'm doing.
You're a brave man, dude.
Wait, is that the original or is that the remaster?
It's the remaster right now I'm doing, and I'm gonna go and do the PS3 variants. I'm gonna try to get a PS3 and do the PS3 variants of.
I need to do the remaster because I did the original 360 version, but not the new one.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really good, like what they've done here. But yeah, once I'm done with that, all the Souls games will be done, and your boy would have platinumed them all. So I'm gonna be proud of that. And of course, I can finally jump into that Liza P finally, and I'll be a happy guy. But other than that,
it's got the new expansion too, right? It's got the new expansion too, right?
Not yet, but it will.
Is it a new expansion or a standalone?
So it's a new expansion. Yeah, it's a new expansion. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a standalone. It's a whole new expansion because it's very similar to what they did with Bloodborne. Remember Bloodborne? It was like it's additional content you can go and find in the world. It's very similar because they always do that with Souls games. But that's basically where you guys find me there. Shout out to the chat, everybody. Hope you guys be good. Enjoy your weekend. Play some games. Ignore Sir X-Men messing with that dog. You look weird. Nah, I'm playing.
What kind of dog is that?
It's like a poodle. It's a little mix. Yeah.
That ain't no damn poodle.
I don't know what.
That ain't no goddamn poodle.
You be surprised. I got Palmer poodles.
I thought it was a Chihuahua.
No, I got Palmer poodles. My damn puppies look like similar, so they be like that. But
you can go now.
Pretty much it. Y'all be good. Enjoy your weekends, game, all that stuff, and catch you guys on the.
All right. So X-Men, where can they find you, bro?
You can find me here on Saturday at 5 p.m. in the Dragon's Den. You can find me in Gaming After Dark with Newcomb in the gang at 8:30 p.m. Central. And whenever I feel like dealing with Wasted with Wise at 5 in the evening Central on his show on Friday nights at 5 p.m.
Yo, listen, Chet, y'all been absolutely amazing, man. Thank y'all, panelmen, for pulling up, man. It's always a pleasure to see the wisecracks in the chat. Y'all definitely be litty lit. Appreciate everybody for showing up, man. We are definitely out here. Appreciate that, man. Another awesome show under the belt, episode 152. We should be back next week, man. We should be back next week. People in the chat said, that's a beautiful puppy, too.
Dotson, that's a Dotson.
Yeah, people in the chat said it was sounding pretty decent with the new visuals As you see, when people was going in and out, I ain't had to be fixing nothing. Thank God. Thank goddamn God. So this is what we'll be running with, guys. Appreciate y'all. Everybody have a blessed night. Have a good weekend. Go out there, have a party, do something, drink, play some games. But as I always say, bring your game and not your name. And those are the facts. Peace out, everybody.